Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgetown High School for tonight's homecoming ball game. Your Georgetown Eagles welcome in the Chaparral Bobcats out of Killeen High School for tonight's district ball game. Georgetown comes in 3-1 on the year, but 0-1 in district play after a tough loss last Friday night at Bible Stadium to the Leander Lions. The Chaparral Bobcats come in 2-2 on the year, 0-1 in district play after a loss to the Cedar Park Timberwolves 45-12 last week. Georgetown Eagle football powered by Graham & Sons Farm and Livestock, proud sponsors of Georgetown Eagle football and first responder broadcasting. Graham & Sons Farm and Livestock. The countdown to kickoff, Kelly, brought to you by River and Ranch Provisions. I tell you what, one of the best in town, located 805 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, where your local source for premium hunting and fly fishing gear and apparel. Visit their website, www.rrpgtx.com, or give them a call, 512-240-5520, River and Ranch Provisions. Kelly, a tough loss on the road to open up district play. You never want to lose. There's not, you hear the cliches, it was a good loss. There is no such thing as a good loss. People don't like to lose. Georgetown does not like to lose. You couldn't have timed a loss any better. If you're going to get a loss in district, then the first one, get it out, and maybe learn a lot about your team. And I think Coach Griffin, you'll agree with that in the conversations we've had with him this week. Coach Griffin might have thought the same thing. If we're going to have a loss, that was the one to have.
He talked about some of the same things in the coach's show that he talked about in the interview that I'll show you in just a little while. But it was a tough loss. But this team kept fighting, and in the second half really just buckled down, ran the offense a little bit better. Defense played well, but they started getting a little bit tired. But we'll see how well they bounce back tonight from the adversity, really the first adversity that they've faced this season.
Holden, we talked about stats going into the first district play. Players really hadn't played 4 games. Players didn't have the legs. Were they going to be ready for 4 quarters? And then you see what Jet Walker does. He has a big night. I think clearly his most carries in a ball game, finishes with over 150 yards, I think closer to 180. Stats-wise, the stats weren't bad, but turnovers costly against Leander on Friday night last week.
Yeah, the stats were not terrible, like you said, but the bigger issue was execution. In the big plays, the big moments, Georgetown continued to kind of falter. You saw the big interception right when Leander takes the lead, and the pick six ends up giving Leander a two possession lead late in that game. And that really broke the whole thing open. So you talking about the numbers, specifically last week, Jet Walker 25, 172, and 3 touchdowns. So he was as effective as ever, and I fully expect that to continue this week. They've just got to continue executing on the little details that they kind of failed at last week.
Dave, we go to you on the sidelines. What's the atmosphere of this team? What's the mode of this team as they go through warm-ups now after an opening loss in district play?
I tell you what, everybody's hyped up down here. They're back wearing their home colors. And it's October, gentlemen, so it's starting to feel like fall down here on the football field. It's 86 degrees. Winds north-northeast at about 9 miles an hour. Shouldn't be a factor as the wind will calm down later on. But it feels great down here. These guys are running around hyped up. Killeen's hyped up. I think they're excited to be here. You know, both these programs 0-1. Somebody's looking for a dub tonight.
Someone wanting to right the district wrong and get back to 500, get back in the middle of the pack, and then start that winning tradition, get that winning way going, because it doesn't get much easier. Georgetown will be on the road next Thursday night to take on the Rouse Raiders at Gupton Stadium. And so the next easy task is not around the corner. There may not be one in District, Kelly. It'll be one that these Georgetown Eagles will have to continue to battle with. Athletes out of this young school. The Chaparral comes out of the Killeen ISD school district only in their 3rd season of competition, the first ever meeting between these two schools. In the first 2 seasons, they went 4-16 under head coach and athletic coordinator Alan Hare. But, man, the changes came, Kelly. Alan Hare resigns from Chaparral on June 10th to become the athletic director and head football coach at Gerald, Texas. And it wasn't until July the 8th that the Chaparral Bobcats were able to hire their new coach, Tyrell McCray, that comes in from 4A Comal Davenport, where he was the OC quarterback coach. A lot of changes for this program. They're still dealing well with it at 2-2. A couple of big wins in non-district. A lot of athletes on this team. But one thing Coach talked about this week to us, especially at the coaching show, was no game has had the same starters for this team. Still trying to find out who this team is.
Yeah, whenever the coach was sending us his two deep and we were getting all that information from him, he even told you, I believe, hey, it's going to be a minute because there's going to be some changes. But when we show you the starting lineups in just a little while, especially on the defensive side of the ball, one senior starter on that side of the football. On the offensive side, only 4 or 5 seniors over there. So it's a young Chaparral team. But I think they're going to be enthused and energetic and ready to play football tonight. So Georgetown's going to have to bring their best game tonight.
Last week in district play, Eastview, Rouse, Cedar Park, and Leander, the teams that won their opening district game. Eastview was victorious over the Glen Grizzlies, 46-42, I believe it was. They came from behind to win that one on their homecoming last week here at Birkelbach Field. Rouse beat Lake Belton. Cedar Park took care of the Grizzlies, or the Bobcats, and Leander, of course, upending your Georgetown Eagles 38-35. And so tonight, a big night for this Eagle team. How do they respond? Kelly, you had an opportunity. Preface that and send us to the interview with Coach Griffin.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Griffin, he naturally was – nobody likes to lose. And Coach Griffin laid all of the blame for that loss at his own feet. But he had some really interesting things to say about how this team was getting ready for this game tonight and how they responded to the adversity. And here's that interview with Coach Griffin.
Welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff with Coach Chuck Griffin. This Countdown to Kickoff presented by River and Ranch Provisions. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for having me.
So, Coach, tough game on Friday, not the outcome you wanted. Talk to us a little bit about the game on Friday.
You know, we didn't play our best football. I did a poor job of getting those guys ready to play on Friday, and we played good in some spots. You know, but we just made too many mistakes. You can't give up 14 points on the offensive side of the ball and win a football game. And we gave up 2 scores offensively, you know, so scoring 35 is good, but giving up 14 is not. You know, so there's some things obviously we got to get better at. That was one we shouldn't have lost. So we're going to use it as a kind of learn how to play with a chip on our shoulder. You know, that's something we shouldn't have let happen. So we got to get better this week, and we've done that. We've had a couple of good days so far, so we just got to get better every day and get ready to go.
So was it something that they threw at you, or was it just the lack of execution?
It's just the lack of execution. You know, I just feel like, to be honest, we probably got a little big for our britches, you know, and kind of thought we were a little better than we were, and not mentally and physically prepared quite like we expect, you know, like we should have been. You know, and like I said, that rests with me. That's my job to get us that way. But I could kind of feel that last week in practice. I didn't think we were going to play poor enough not to win the football game. But it's sometimes you need a wake-up call. I just hate it came in district play.
Were you worried a little bit about it kind of being, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, trap game?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was for us. I mean, we just, you know, I don't think we lost to Leander in 9 years, so it just became, we're going to beat Leander, like it doesn't matter. That was kind of our mindset, I think, a little bit, and you can't do that. Not in the game of football. There's too many variables. There's too many scenarios, and you know, man, give credit to Leander. They played out of their mind. They played the best football game they've played all year on homecoming. You know, and so we should have been a little better prepared than that for sure.
So in the second half, I liked the fight that you guys kept showing. They could have folded it, but they came out fighting in that second half and really played a pretty decent second half.
Yeah, we did. I mean, like I said, we played good. We just really, there's a 15-play stretch in there where we gave up 2 scores. You know, we let them score and we gave up 2, and it turned the whole game around. And all of a sudden, we're playing from behind instead of playing ahead. And you know, when you have a team that's got some athletes and they're athletic, you cannot let them hang around. You got to put them away when you got an opportunity. And we fumbled the ball in the red zone. We turned the ball over in the red zone or backed up for a score, and we threw a pick 6 for a score. And those things can't do that. You can't do those things when you're trying to win football games.
So in the aftermath of the game, how have guys responded to this first loss of the season?
You know, I think, you know, a little shell shocked Friday. The guys were pretty shocked. They didn't think that was going to happen. And like I said, that was kind of evident going in. They didn't think that was going to happen because they weren't prepared for it, you know. But like you said, I did like our fight. I did like how we kept thinking, we're going to win this thing. Like the belief that we're going to win was never there. was never gone, So, but they've handled it good. I mean, we had a good couple of days. We had a really good day yesterday, another good day today. Our kids have, hey, let's move on. Like it's over, it's done with. We're still in control of our destiny. We still got to go to fix the things that we can fix and finish, the season. So, I think they're in good spirits.
Yeah, you hate to say if you're going to lose, this is the best time to lose. But early in the district schedule like this, it's not deflating. Hopefully, and you can't let this game beat you twice. Have you had that discussion?
That's the big thing. That's the big concern this week is you can't let this game beat you twice. Like you've got to come back and win and get ready to win another football game. And try to even up the score and get ready to go into kind of the last half of the season. So we've got to do a good job this week going out and playing a really athletic, clean Chaparral team.
That's the perfect segue to the next question. Got clean Chaparral coming in back in friendly confines that we love to be at, and playing a team we've never played before.
Yeah. Never played Chaparral, relatively new high school, and they're extremely athletic, well coached. Scheme wise, pretty simple stuff, but they're just good at it, and so we're going to have to go play good football.
So, what are you looking for athletic wise from clean Chaparral? I know they got a couple of athletes over there that can cause you some problems.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like their quarterback's decent fella, and their running back's good. Their receivers, I mean, they're athletic all the way across the board. So our kids are going to have to be ready to go, play and play good defense and running the football and tackling groups, and they're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do a good job up front so we can run the football. Which and a bright spot in last week's game, we really did run the football well throughout the game. And I would expect, because of last week's outcome, we're probably going to get some more man coverage, because that seemed to give us some fits last week, and we didn't handle that real well, and they have it in the repertoire to do that. So I would expect a little bit of man coverage this week too.
So the sophomore quarterback, how has Caleb responded to this?
He's doing great. Last week was probably his first game like a sophomore, and a lot of pressure on him. There was a lot of pressure in the game, man coverage, and we were struggling to get open, So I think there was that he kind of played like a sophomore last week, but man, he's had a great week of response, and he's determined to get better and determined to play harder and determined to win and those kind of things. So we're just going to keep working on
it. And correct me if I'm wrong, not a coach by any stretch of the imagination. This seems like the kind of game that you take the loss, but if the kids handle it right and the coaches handle it right, this can springboard you to
for sure. Like, that's the goal. I mean, the goal is to use it as to learn to play with a chip on your shoulder and learn out, okay, this is what can happen when we don't prepare. This is what can happen when we don't play well, is we can get beat by, a team that we really overall feel like is an inferior team because we don't take care of our business. And so I think it's a great motivator. And we just got to continue to get better every day. That's the mindset, and we got to continue to do that.
So who were your players of the game this week?
Our defensive line overall played really well. They were the unit of the week. Tennyson Dean graded out. He played his best game of the night. I think he had 8 tackles and tackle for loss. 1 sack. Dylan Tuberville played really well. I think he had 8 tackles and a tackle for a loss. He was our defensive player of the game. Chance Kelly played well. Luke Colley played well. Sam Lopez played well on the offensive line. Jet Walker rushed for 180 yards and 3 touchdowns, so he had a good night. And Sed had 60 catches or 60 yards receiving and on 5 catches and a touchdown. So those are good. Garrett Tickner did a great job causing another fumble. Had a big hit again this week on a kickoff, and then those guys just continue to get better. Braylon Westfall was our special teams player. I think he had a 37-yard punt average, and our big deal was don't punt it to 1, and he didn't punt it to 1 all night, so that was big.
That's good. Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate your time. I know these are a little bit more entertaining whenever you're coming off a win, but
yeah,
I appreciate your time after this loss and the insight to this. So thank you very much for joining us. And
you got
looking forward to Friday night.
All right. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Folks, that's head coach Chuck Griffin. Countdown to kickoff continues right after this. For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoors enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. There's a large selection of hunting and fly fishing supplies for the beginner, all the way up to the experienced outdoor folks. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoor outfitter with high-quality supplies and services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what there is to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or check out the website at www.rrpgtx.com.
It's like it's been some work going on. Better be prepared. Yeah, I ain't alone in the booth. Yeah, the spirit of work. Turn the microphone up. Yeah, I'm trying to be heard. Demons calling me up. Still been reading the word. A couple questions I need answering. I'm down for the search. So help me, Father. Help me, Father, man. I need to get my head right.
We welcome you back to the GISD Athletic Complex here in beautiful Georgetown, Texas, for tonight's ball game between the Georgetown Eagles and the Chaparral Bobcats from Killeen. Before we get started further in the pregame show, we do want to give a special shout out to our photographer, Gus Papa. I never can say his name right. Papa Constantino, a student here at Georgetown High School, and he is provided the photos that you see in the pregame hype videos, and we thank Gus for that. If you want to see more of Gus's work, you can check him out on Instagram at Papas, P-A-P-A-S, _vids on Instagram, and we appreciate Gus for doing that for us. And also special shout-out to our voice of the Georgetown Eagles, Wally Harmon, on his birthday.
Muted Kelly when he's done. It'll be just me, Dave, and Holden the rest of the night.
Happy birthday, brother.
Royal T bringing us back in musically there. That's Tyler Griffin, son of Coach Chuck Griffin and Melanie Griffin. And we got to meet Tyler this summer at the wedding of Tucker and Ellie. And, man, enjoy playing his music and showcasing the Royal T music, bringing us back there out of the coach's interview. Coach was very clear at the coach's show on Wednesday night at Camp Brightside that he took the blame. He owned it. He did not have his guys ready, but said practices were intense this week. Practices were better. The mindset was better. The players talked about how the mindset had changed. They were not happy. They were disappointed, and they didn't want to have that feeling again. Kelly, what does this team have to do then?
Tonight is the night where this team really gets defined. With the loss last week, you got to see how they bounce back, and Coach Griffin talked about it. You can't let this game beat you twice. You can't let last week's loss beat you twice. So it sounds like the players have their heads back in the game this week. They had a good week of practice, excited tonight. So I'm looking for Georgetown to come out really firing tonight and start trying to push the ball down the field and try to put some pressure on this quarterback from the Bobcats.
We do like to remind you the countdown to kickoff brought to you by River and Ranch Provisions. Visit their website at www.rrpgtx.com or give them a call, 512-240-5520. Or you can always go by 805 South Austin Avenue, just off the square in Georgetown. The Bobcats out of Chaparral High School come in under head coach Tyrell McCray. His assistant coaches are Michael Woods, Carl Best, Derek Hendricks, Tom Bueller, Kevin Neal, Jamie Suliafu, Rasan Williams, Colton Wood, and Daniel Wood. Athletic trainers Jennifer Simpson, Brianna Say, and Darren Stridham. The superintendent at Killeen ISD is Dr. Joanne Fay, high school principal, Dr. Nino Etienne. The athletic director is Matt Carroll. Director of bands, Bass Deese. Cheer director is Briley Cameron. And the Top Cats dance director is Shelby Marina. Be a good time. Kelly, let's go with the starting lineups for the Chaparral Bobcats.
The starting lineups tonight for the Chaparral Bobcats on offense. On the offensive line, At right tackle is junior Jordan Jenkins, number 76. Right guard is number 72, Antonio Malpica. He's a junior. The center is sophomore 68, Samuel Marquez. The left guard is number 67, Amari Eno. He is a senior. The left tackle is number 75, Torrey Henry, and he too is a senior. At the skill positions, the running back is number 22, Cameron Bennett, a junior. The H-back is number 2, Amon Tolliver, a senior. The X is number 4, Tristan Pizzelli, a senior. Z is senior Nicholas McLean. The Y-back is junior Harrison Lyon. The quarterback is 0, Kylan Moses. He's a senior. And the kicker, whenever the Bobcats kick tonight, is Christian Vasquez. And Christian is a junior. On the defensive line, the Razors, number 44, Ashton Black, a junior. Nose tackle is number 99, junior Brian Brundage. The tackle is number 58, sophomore Sean Fuller. The bandit is number 30, Darren Baldwin. He is a junior. The linebackers at the Mike position, number 36, Logan Collins, a junior. The will linebackers, number 21, Sam Vogelmuth, a junior. And the Sam linebackers, number 18, junior Andon McCollum. In the secondary, left corner is number 8, William Ellison, a junior. The right cornerback is number 35, junior George Vickers. Strong safety is Eimer Bolton Smith. He is a junior wearing number 11. And the free safety is number 5, Justice Tuimavave.
Easy for you to say, Kelly. The Georgetown Eagles are under head coach Chuck Griffin, his assistant head coach, running back coach, Brian Herman. The offensive coordinator is Gerald Flores. Defensive coordinator is Matthew Laux. Pass game coordinator, quarterback coach, Kevin Yeager. Special teams coordinator and linebacker coach is Jacob Colson. Other assistant coaches, Travis Kinchlow, James Key, Frank Anzuris, David Durrell, Robert Havens, Kyle Gandy, and Logan Lewis. The athletic trainers, 2 of the best in the business, Chad Hennessy and Vanessa Rideau. Student trainers, I can't even say them all. Peyton Pitketley, Leah Warner, Alea Diaz, Betsy Ledesma Mendoza, Harley Jones, Paisley Clark, Emery Cornelius, Madeline Hall, and Elizabeth Pinkley. Managers, Helena Alderetti, Emma Bruce, Emily Boslet, Gabriel Cohn, and Kylie Shedd.
And we want to remind folks at halftime we will be highlighting some more of the student trainers, and tonight is Aaliyah and Betsy. And stick around at halftime for that. We'll also show you the homecoming highlights at halftime as well.
Superintendent for Georgetown ISD, Dr. Devin Padaville. High school principal here, the best in the business, Mr. Brian Johnson. Athletic director, Jason Dean. Band director, Justin Smith. Cheer director, Aaron Monroe. And the Georgetown Georgettes director, the Sweethearts of Georgetown, is Crystal Rackley. Kelly, the starting lineups for the Georgetown Eagles.
For your Georgetown Eagles tonight on offense, at right tackle is number 71, Caden Shearer. He is a junior. Number 75, Brant Hardgrove, the senior right guard, will be on the right side protecting the quarterback and the runners. At center is number 53, Ryan Casieja. He is a senior. Left guard is number 52, Noah Faltasek. Noah is a senior. The left tackle is number 78, Sam Lopez. Sam is a junior. The tight end and H-back is number 81, Jake Mylock, a senior. At the wide receiver position, number 2, Davin Sedgwick is a senior, and number 7, Xavier Warren is a junior. The slot receivers are Regan Tarosian, a junior, wearing number 15, and 16, Braylon Westfall is a sophomore. The running back, number 28, Jet Walker is a junior, and the starting quarterback for the Eagles tonight is Caleb McDougal, a sophomore. On the defensive side of the ball for the Eagles tonight, first up is number 8, Tennyson Dean. He is the junior end. Luke Butch, number 99, is the nose tackle. Luke is a senior. Andrew Urban, number 39, is a senior, and he is at defensive tackle. And number 38, Dylan Turbeville, is a senior. He is the bandit. The linebackers are number 6, Chance Kelly, a senior at the Mike position. The will linebacker is number 9, Seth Warren. He is a senior. And the Sam linebacker is number 11, Cole Mitchell. Cole is a junior. In the secondary, the safeties, number 3, Luke Holly, a senior. And number 25, Alex Wilson. He also is a senior. Number 32, Cade Erickson, is getting his first start. Just got called up. He's got his first start tonight at one corner. He's wearing number 32. And number 5, Jaheim Dowd, the senior corner, will be on the other side from him. On special teams for the Eagles tonight, the kicker is Christopher Mashburn, number 34. He is a senior. And the punter is number 16, Braylon Westfall. He is a senior as well. And those are your starting lineups. Starting lineups are brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House. Message from them, and we'll be right back with the rest of the pregame show in just a minute.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back here live at Birkelbach Field. We're in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's. JMT's provides customized apparel and promotional items to small business, schools, and nonprofits. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit www.jmts.com. And we're getting ready as Coach Griffin walks down the sideline. He'll meet with Dave down on the sideline, and we'll get to hear a quick interview with Coach before the game starts as the players come out of the locker room and across the stands here at Birkelbach Field. Dave, live to you.
Coach, coming off a tough road loss, how's the tempo of the team tonight? What can we expect to see out of these Bobcats from Killeen?
Athletic, throw the ball down and athletic, run play, great defense.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
You got it. Thank you.
Wally, Kelly.
The Georgetown Eagles coming out across the stadium here wearing the white. It's kind of weird tonight looking at the helmets instead of the jerseys. The Killeen Chaparral Bobcats are all whites tonight. White pants with highlighted colors on the sides, white jerseys, white helmets. Your Georgetown Eagles, white pants with the blue stripes, and then they've got the blue jerseys on with the white numerals and the white helmets with blue G-Town in script lettering across the both sides of the helmets here as they cross in front of us here in the stadium. And Kelly, keys to the game. What does Georgetown have to do to win this game over the Bobcats?
Georgetown tonight is going to have to really be focused on what they have going on. And the keys for this Georgetown offense are going to be first, they've got to establish the run. And I think that's going to be crucial to them tonight. They also got to protect the quarterback from some of the pressure that some of those athletes on the Bobcat side of the football may be able to get on them. On the defensive side, they're going to have to contain this quarterback. He's probably the best athlete that they have on that side of the football. And stop the run. Make them throw the football. And on both sides of the ball, they're going to have to not have the pre-snap, post-snap penalties. And they're going to have to force some turnovers.
Holden, your thoughts, key to the game. What do the Eagles have to do to win tonight?
My biggest thing offensively, they have to stay in structure and stay in rhythm. Get ahead of the trains. We saw a lot last week. They get them shooting themselves in the foot, some pre-snap penalties like Kelly mentioned, some negative runs early. Got to stay in rhythm, make the conversions easy, keep Caleb McDougall in stride, in rhythm, and on time.
Dave, your thoughts, key to the game for Georgetown to win it?
Watching these young kids warm up down here, I think Killeen is a very athletic program. And it looks like they've got some talent. They've got a senior running back that was looking pretty good in warm-ups, and they've got a wide receiver, number 88, I believe, was warming up, Nicholas Johnson. He looked pretty slick. So they're going to have to really pay attention to just do their job, pay attention to the details, and like Kelly says, matriculate the ball down the field.
I think, Kelly, the one thing I lean towards is you cannot have the pre-snap penalties.
Right.
Yeah, the dumb penalties will kill you. They put you behind the chains. They put you at a disadvantage. They take you out of your rhythm, and they kill any momentum you might have had. And so a big run negated by a hold, a touchdown pass negated by an illegal man downfield. All these penalties that can add up, the holding penalties, they've got to control that line of scrimmage to not resort to it. How does this offensive line hold up after they were tested last week in a tough week against Leander? How do they stand up tonight? How is their confidence? How is everyone's confidence when they tasted the first bit of adversity for the year? How do they respond to that? Great week of practice talking to some of these players this morning at breakfast here in the field house. You could just tell it an attitude. They were locked in, and Coach said, be ready. Know the first 5 plays, the first plays inside the red zone, the first plays at goal to go, the first 10 plays scripted. Be ready and know what your job is and do your job. Simplistic enough. Cut out the mistakes that are going to cost you in the long run.
Yeah, and it's those ideas about not beating yourself in this game. And unfortunately for Georgetown, the whole Georgetown football family this week, last Friday night, one of the young men, sub-varsity player for Georgetown, Jason Pennington, was seriously injured in a motor vehicle crash. And our thoughts and prayers are with the Pennington family and Jason as his recovery takes place. If you go to the Georgetown Football Booster Facebook page, they have some ways that you can help the family financially through this very, very difficult time. It's going to be a long recovery for that young man. So we hope and pray only the best for Jason, for the Pennington family, and we want them to know that he is in our thoughts and prayers tonight. And hopefully these guys play for Jason. They have the sticker on the back of his helmet like you see there on the screen, and they all remember Jason. So we are in constant thought and prayer for Jason and his family.
The JP sticker on the back on the left side of the helmets of each of these players tonight as they honor Jason Pennington as his road to recovery will be a long one. And here come your Georgetown Eagles. The alphabet has more W's than Colleen. You love it. The Georgetown Eagles coming south to north out of their inflatable as they'll head to the north end zone and meet up to take a knee before we get ready to go. Tonight, the Georgetown Eagles, homecoming night. I love what Coach said this morning, Kelly, at breakfast. He said, it's homecoming week. You have one job. Win the game.
Yeah,
your job is not to worry about the dance. Your job is not to worry about the moms, the pageantry, anything else. Your job on homecoming weekend is win the game. And we got to see some of the legends coming back. Landry Leggett there on the sideline tonight enjoying the ball game. And so a lot of these boys come back. A lot of Jacob Faltasek. I got to talk to him down at the tailgate earlier, back watching his senior brother, Noah Faltasek, in this ball game. A lot of pride on the line, and it's a big night for these guys. They have to right the wrongs in a tough week. How do you delete that? How do you put it behind you? And how do you respond to that here at home in front of your home fans?
And you know Colleen Chaparral is going to come in here tonight and try to win this ball game. The football talks about it, baseball talks about it, that G that represents Georgetown becomes a target sometimes. And these kids are going to want to beat these Eagles any chance that they can get. This is their first shot. They've never played. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens tonight in this ball game.
Now the both teams are out on the sidelines. We'll ready you for tonight's national anthem. Please join us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red
call?
Gavin
Tell them
Sedgwick.
the call, okay?
Number 6, Chance Kelly.
Okay, you
Number 9, Seth
You won the toss. You deferred your option to the second half,
Alex
okay?
Wilson.
You elected to receive the ball, correct? And you will be receiving at the clock down there, okay? You're going to be kicking that direction over there. So if you can line up next to me over here and face that direction.
So the Chaparral Bobcats win the toss, Kelly. They elect to defer to the second half, and it plays right into the playbook of Coach Chuck Griffin. He loves to have the ball first. He loves to try to get the lead and jump on a team early, and that option comes up tonight. Leander stole that thunder last week. Georgetown will get the ball first here tonight.
Last week was the first time we didn't get the ball to start the game, and, you know, it's a bit of a, I don't know, but now we get the ball like Coach Griffin loves. He loves to start the game with the football.
Number 2, Davin Sedgwick. Number 6, Chance Kelly. Number 9, Seth Warren. And number 25, Alex Wilson were your captains tonight for your Georgetown Eagles. For the Chaparral Bobcats, number 75, Torrey Henry. Number 99, Brian Brundage. Number 0, Kylan Moses. And number 5, Justice Tui Mavave, the captains for the Bobcats. The Bobcats across the way, white pants, white jerseys with maroon letters, maroon numbers, and white helmets as they will get ready to kick it off. Back to your Georgetown Eagles. Georgetown received from the south end zone, and back deep will be number 3, Luke Holly, and number 7, Xavier Warren. Boys, I think the biggest thing is this offense. How do they respond with the ball in their hands to start a game when they're coming off that tough loss?
I wouldn't be surprised to see some passing to start this off, but Georgetown's offense really it revolves around that running game and that big number 28 back in the backfield, Jet Walker. In that pile of players in the middle of the field, we may have gotten away with a block in the back, but the referees didn't see it. So no flags to start this ball game. It'll be interesting to see what the first play of the game is, first play call. No Devalstradamus tonight on that first play call, but a good run by Jet right there. You see his patience and his power in that same run. He waits for those lanes to open up, and then whenever he meets somebody in that second level, puts that shoulder down. You can tell they've watched that scouting film because that's a play that Georgetown loves to run, and they've had a lot of success on it, but a good job by the Bobcat defense there of shutting that play down before they could get the first down.
Xavier Warren and Regan Terosian go wide right. Devin Sedgwick, the lone receiver, left. Jet Walker in the backfield. Lined up to the right side of McDougal. Near side hash mark, 3rd and 1 from the 36. Snap back to McDougal, handed off to Walker left side. Gets outside, a stiff arm at the 40 and run out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. A nice gain of 5 and a first down for the Georgetown Eagles. The borrow for Morrow first down.
You see the speed there of Jet Walker. You see the strength of Jet whenever the cornerback comes up and tries to make the tackle. Just puts that stiff arm there, gets a couple extra yards before he gets forced out of bounds. And it's a lot of fun watching Jet run that football. 2
receivers right, 1 left. Near side hash mark. In the pistol is Walker right behind McDougal. Handed off left side, makes a man miss, makes a second man miss, and now runs into a pile and runs over, and a late hit out of bounds from McCollum. And that's a big penalty there. Jet Walker up quickly on the near sideline. the run went for about 5 yards. It would have been a nice 2nd and 5. But Aiden McCullum, the junior Sam backer for the Bobcats, throws a shoulder, knocks Jet Walker out of bounds. That's a big 15-yard penalty. And now what you want out of this team, stay composed.
You cannot give the other team extra yards like that. We talked about it with Georgetown. Avoiding those penalties. The Bobcats are going to have to avoid those penalties too, because they are grinding out this first drive right now with that run game especially. You cannot give them 15 extra yards.
Kavion Mathis comes in quickly for McCollum for the Bobcats. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Walker to the left side of McDougal, near side hash mark. Shotgun snap will go back to McDougal. Quick pass out to the right flat. It's underthrown to Xavier Warren, incomplete. And that'll bring up a second and 10, but there is a penalty on the far sideline at about the 37-yard line. So we'll see what the penalty is here. And there's one of the penalties we were talking about, Kelly. The first pass out of the box on this first down. And we have a lineman downfield. So a legal man downfield on that pass. That'll back the Eagles up. So instead of 2nd and 10, it'll bring up 2nd and 15 now. And so not what you want to do, get behind it. It'll be 1st and 15, but not what you want to do, get behind the chains.
Offensive lineman trying to get down and make a block down the field, and you can understand a little bit. They don't have a real big gap that they can go down the field very much. Those penalties of being aggressive, playing tough football, not near as bad as those dead ball calls.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Walker to the right of McDougal. Now Braylon Westfall in motion to the right. Handed off, Walker, left side, Jet, stutter step, comes back to the numbers, inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line, and he'll get back about 6 yards of that 2nd and 15. It'll make it, or 1st and 15, it'll make it 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles at the 38 of the Bobcats.
When you have a running back that's over 6 feet tall, over 200 pounds, a lot of times they just go for that physical contact, but you saw right there, Jet, again, waiting, being patient, avoiding some contact to start the drive and waiting for that hole to open up. I thought he was going to be stopped for loss, but he was able to get something out of that.
Gain 6 and brings up 2nd and 9. Warren, the lone receiver, right. Walker offset to the right of McDougal, near side hash mark. 2 receivers left. Now to Rosian in motion to the right. Fake the handoff to Rosian. Now to Walker, left side, 35-30. He breaks it out, and he's off to the races. 10-5, touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker takes it 38 yards to the house.
He's got such great vision, and he sees the entire field, saw that opening happen, turned on the Jets, no pun intended, and takes it to the house for the Eagles' first score of the night.
9:25 left here in the first quarter. Georgetown takes the 6-0 lead on the Jet Walker touchdown, and now they'll look at the 2-point conversion as Tennyson Dean and Jet Walker are alone in the backfield behind 3 linemen. A swinging gate formation with a lone man wide right. Snap back, Walker has it. Tennyson Dean has the block. Walker to the right side. There comes a flag in. And it'll probably be a hold there. I was going to say a hold on the Eagles. So that 2-point conversion will be nullified, and they'll back it up, and we'll have to try, I would assume, the extra point.
Sam Lopez had a good tackle out there, and unfortunately the referee saw it. So this will go to a much more traditional extra point attempt.
So they'll back the ball up to the 13-yard line, and that'll back up the Georgetown Eagles' extra point attempt. It'll be spotted at the 20, so it's going to be a 30-yard extra point attempt for Christopher Mashburn. G-Town Lumber and Supply, the hometown service like none other, brings you the Phil Golden extra points tonight, located at 9400 Brown Lane. The snap is back, the hold's down, the kick is up, and the 30-yard extra point is good. 9:25 left here in quarter number 1, and Georgetown leads it 7-0 over the Chaparral Bobcats. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back here live at Birkelbach Field, and there's the JP sticker on the back of the helmets for your Georgetown Eagles, honoring and remembering one of their own, Jason Pennington, who is fighting and recovering in the hospital after a tough motor vehicle accident last week. Mashburn will kick it away for your Georgetown Eagles. He'll send it right down the middle. It'll go into the end zone and out the back, and that'll send the Chaparrals to the 25-yard line for the first offensive series of the ballgame for them. Something interesting, Dave, share what you shared with us there. What happened at the coin toss?
Both teams to introduce themselves. Kids were introducing themselves, but the clean team did not shake hands.
And your Mike's cutting in and out on Dave. What he's talking about at the coin flip, Colleen Chaparral refusing to shake hands at 50-yard line. So something you don't see in high school football a lot, but it happened tonight. So interesting to start the ball game. Back is the quarterback, Moses. He'll hang one out, and it is caught up past the 40. And this is what Chaparral will do. He hit number 2, Amon Tolliver, for the first down. They'll be 1st and 10 at the 41 of Georgetown. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the quarterback, Moses. The running back offset to his right, Cameron Bennett, the junior. Middle of the field, 1st and 10 at the 41. Now joining him in the backfield goes number 15, Davian Arthur. Man in motion to the near side. Snap back to Moses. Quarterback keeper, nope, pitches it to the right side. 15 cuts back, and he is stacked up after a 1-yard gain. They're going to give him right to the line of scrimmage. No gain. A big stop there by the Georgetown death row defense to stop Davion Arthur on that little option play there, Kelly, and a good stop by the defense, 2nd and 10.
A lot of hats to the football right there, and we were talking about it in the pregame. First play, Moses had a lot of time back there, and we said it's one of the keys to the game. They're going to have to get pressure on him. So if it's a passing down, they've got to attack that quarterback.
Moses has 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap of the ball back. A lot of motion on both sides of the ball, and there's going to be the so it's either going to have to be defense or offense. The referee threw his flag. The running back, number 22, Cameron Bennett, he jumped in the backfield beside Moses. So this one could go either way, but they stopped the play at 2nd and 10. 8:15 remaining. We'll have a discussion here between the line judge and the referee.
I'm leaning false start just because they did call it dead.
And that's what I was going to say, Holden. You're not going to blow it dead. You're going to give him a free play on an offside without contact. But now the referee, and he is. So another pre-snap penalty situation here where Georgetown wants to stay out of those. The Bobcats pick one up, and it's 2nd and 15, back to the 36 now. So a good job there by this defense, trying to get back. Luckily, it could have been offsetting, truly, but it goes against the Bobcats. 2nd and 15 from the 36. 2 receivers left, 2 right. The running back, Bennett, offset now to the left of the quarterback, Kylan Moses. Clap of the hands, Moses fakes the handoff. He keeps it. He's going to scramble to the right, looking to throw on the run past the line of scrimmage. Knocked out of bounds there by number 9, Seth Warren. He'll pick up about 3 yards on the play up to the 39-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 12 for the Bobcats.
You got a senior quarterback there. He's a veteran quarterback. I kind of expected him to throw it away instead of run out of bounds and take the loss, but he did take the loss, so this is a big 3rd down on this first drive for the Bobcats.
Good job by Seth Warren there and the death row defense keeping themselves from some containment there and not letting Moses have any free lanes. And now he's got running backs offset to the left and right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Near side hash mark. And now Arthur will empty out to the right side. Snap back to Moses. Looks right, looks left. A little screen in the backfield. And there he is. Pop! What a play! Luke Budge, Dylan Turbeville, Chance Kelly, Cole Mitchell. They're all there. You can name the whole defense. But what a play there. Dylan Turbeville led the way there, number 38. I thought it was Luke Butch out there. But what a play there by Turbeville. Sheds the block, takes down the little screen there to Cameron Bennett for a big loss.
Nice job by the defense of shutting this drive down, not letting not letting Chaparral Bobcats get much going on that first drive.
So now 4th and 17 from the 34-yard line. The punt barely gets away. Low line driver, bounce. Holly picks it up, 32, gets to the outside, up to the 35 to the 40 before he's run out of bounds. And another late hit out of bounds by the Bobcats. Another 15-yarder there. That by number 7, Justin Brown. Luke Holly 2 steps out of bounds, and another late hit out of bounds by the Bobcats. and a big 15-yard penalty for the Georgetown Eagles.
And the coach on the Bobcat sideline was in his ear immediately. That's 30 yards of penalties just on those two late hits right there. The Bobcats cannot do that.
I saw Bobcat number 22 throw a shoulder. Looked like he was out of bounds when that shoulder was thrown. I'm not sure if he was involved in the play itself.
And what's really interesting is that these teams have not played before, so I'm not sure what exactly, if there's any bad blood here. It's kind of funny to me that they're playing so chippy already.
And I was thinking the same thing, Holden. It's chippy between two teams. It's almost like you would think of this like the Georgetown Liberty Hill series, the Georgetown Cedar Park series. Teams that have played, Eastview. This is against two teams that have never played. And Colleen, I get maybe trying to set a tone early, but, man, a costly tone. Georgetown starts 1st and 10 at the 44 of Chaparral. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Jet Walker will be offset to the right of McDougal. Far side hash mark. 7:06 remaining. Georgetown leads it 7-0. McDougal, clap of the hand, snap back. He's dropping, looks to his right. Now going to scramble up to the 45, back to the line of scrimmage and thrown to the ground for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nice play there by the Bobcats to close in on McDougal quickly, take him down for no gain.
Little loose with the football there. I was kind of concerned that the defender may be able to slap it out of his hands, but he held on to the football. 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles, and it was in that play right there that the Bobcats were able to get some pressure and force McDougal out of the pocket. He's a good runner, but running is not his forte primarily, and they were able to shut that down.
3 receivers left, none right. Hand off to Walker, and he's immediately hit the backfield but breaks a tackle. Gets all the way up to the 40-yard line. That was about a 4-yard loss waiting to happen, but Jet Walker breaks loose and gets up to the 40 and now makes it a manageable 3rd and 6 from the Bobcat 30.
This is the play right here where that offensive line is going to have to move some guys off the football. May see a little misdirection, some play action, try something a little down the field.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker offset to the right of McDougal, far side hash mark. Got to get to the 34 of the Bobcats for a 1st down. Now we'll check to the near side for the play call. Sedgwick and Warren, the receivers to the left side. Now Walker flips to the left side of McDougal in the backfield. Man in motion. And now a penalty comes in, and it's going to be a pre-snap penalty on the Georgetown Eagles. Kelly, it's going to be a delay of game. So now that 3rd and 6 now becomes 3rd and 11 for your Eagles. And behind the chains they go on a big 3rd down here at the 45-yard line now of the Bobcats.
3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, you got the whole playbook open, but this 3rd and 10 here, or 3rd and 11 here, you're probably looking at a pass, and I think the Bobcats are going to be anticipating that, try to put some pressure on McDougal, see if they can throw this pass route off.
Xavier Warren, Max Muniz go wide right. Braylon Westfall, Davin Sedgwick, wide left. Walker to the right of McDougal. Far side hash mark. Snap back to McDougal. Pressure coming. He's going to get rid of it. Throws it up, but overthrows by about 8 yards. Xavier Warren, he had to get rid of it as pressure coming heavily from the Bobcat defensive line, and that's going to bring up 4th and 11 now for the Georgetown Eagles.
I think that was Aiden McCullum that was able to get some pressure in there and make McDougal throw that football before he really wanted to. He got his feet good and set. He was able to get a lot on the football, but just too much because he had to rush it and wasn't able to anticipate where the receiver would be because he had to get rid of it so fast.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the right of McDougal. Now with Braylon Westfall in motion to the right side. And now a timeout going to be called by Coach Tyrell McCray of the Bobcats. 5:13 remaining here in the 1st quarter. We'll take the timeout with them. Georgetown leads it 7-0. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
Our first down sponsor this season is Borrow from Morrow. Borrow from Morrow, our team is dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. We do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including our handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from an experienced loan officer. Our loan officers understand the local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. We're in the JMT's JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. Westfall back to punt now for Georgetown. The snap is back. Westfall will get the punt away, and it's high and a short punt. It'll land about the 28-yard line of the Bobcats, and then take a Georgetown roll as it stays inbound inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. And that's where Chaparral will begin their second possession of the ball game. 1st and 10 at their own 23 with 5:01 left here in quarter number 1.
That punt was really, really short, but took a very fortunate bounce. And, man, you never know what that football is going to do whenever it hits that turf. But it went Georgetown's way that time.
So Moses will bring out the Bobcat offense. 2 receivers left, 2 right. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. The running back, Cameron Bennett, offset to the right of Moses. Now a man in motion coming near side is Tolliver. He'll get set in the slot. Back to Moses. The snap goes. He's looking left, and he's going to be pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Seth Warren gets the sack for the Georgetown Eagles. Back to the 20-yard line. The senior line. Oh, Tennyson Dean. It's hard to see the 8 and 9 there. There it is, Tennyson Dean. What a sack there for Tennyson Dean, and now instead of 2nd and 10, 2nd and 13 on the big sack by the Georgetown Eagle defense.
There's that pressure that we talked about on that quarterback. If he gets his feet set, he's an accurate thrower. He's got a good arm on him, but when he's got that pressure, and he was looking for somebody even whenever he was wrapped up by the defender.
Now a very tight bunch formation for the Bobcats. Snap back, Moses pitches it left. It's run past the 20 up to about the original line of scrimmage to the 23-yard line. So the gain of 3 will get them back to 3rd and 10 now at their own 23. Good job by the defense to read that on the quick little sweet pitch toss left there, Kelly.
Looked like a short yardage formation there. I guess they were trying to throw the Georgetown defense off a little bit, but going to be an interesting play call here on 3rd and long.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Now Davion Arthur goes in motion to the left side. 1 receiver right. Moses snap back, looking right. Pressured right up the middle. He's going to run. Breaks a tackle up past the 30 and stuck about the 33, but he spins forward just enough for a first down for the Bobcats up to the 34-yard line. And a great job by the senior, Kylan Moses, the quarterback, doing a good job of keeping his eyes open. He was focused to the right, thought the pass was coming, but he scrambles for the big first down.
Coach Griffin really talked about his athleticism. We saw it there.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back to Moses. He'll hands it off right up the middle to Bennett. He'll get about 1 or 2 yards. Not Bennett. Now it's number 7, Justin Brown, the senior in. He got about 2 yards and then got pounded backwards. They'll give him credit for the 2 yards up to the 36-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd and 8, and quickly back to the line the Bobcats go.
Not a great deal of success in the running game at this point, but Chaparral's going to have to stick with that run game to keep that pass game open.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to Moses. He drops back. He's looking left. He's going to scramble to left. Has room to run. Dumps it out in the flat, and it's knocked free. Good defense there by Jaheim Dowd as he breaks that one up, and it makes it 3rd and 8 now for the Bobcats.
Nice job of Jaheim getting over there and knocking that ball away. I thought they had the first down there. It's a good play by the quarterback, but Jaheim made a really good play to keep that play from going anywhere. 3rd and long for the Bobcats.
Jaheim Dowd, the senior on the far side, the defensive back tonight in his first start on the near side, number 32, Cade Erickson, as he is on the near side for the Georgetown Eagle defense. 3rd and 8 for the Bobcats, 2:53 remaining, first quarter. A man in motion to the right side is Arthur. Moses will get the shotgun snap back, a little swing pass out in the left flat, caught by Bennett, and he'll be run out of bounds before the first down. A good hustle there by looked like Seth Warren that knocked Bennett out of bounds at about the 42, and it's 2 yards short of a first down. It looks like the Bobcats are going to go for it.
They have a lot of misdirection in how their routes are run, and Georgetown's done a pretty decent job so far of staying with their receivers. But if he could break that tackle, he's down the field quite a way. So interesting call here on 4th down.
1 receiver right, 2 left. The Bennett, the running back, directly behind Moses in the backfield. Now 2 men on the left end of the line come to the right side. Moses gets the snap back, hands it to Bennett, come to the right side. He's hit the backfield, and he's going to be taken down. What a play. Number 39, Andrew Urban. A big play for a loss, and it's a turnover on downs. Death row defense steps up.
Beautiful job by Andrew there, not being fooled by anything, just attacking the football. Killeen loses that 4th down attempt there, and now Georgetown's got a short field, something to work with. I wouldn't be surprised to see a shot downfield right here.
What a great job by Andrew Urban. Fought through the block, grabbed the running back Bennett, didn't let go, and took him down for the loss. 1st and 10 for your Eagles. Near side hash mark at the 37-yard line to the Bobcats. 2 receivers wide right, 1 left. Walker in the backfield, moves to the right side of McDougal. 2:40 left here in the first quarter. Now Westfall in motion to the right. Handed off to Walker left side. Patient finds a hole outside the numbers. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker, 37 yards to the house.
You don't expect a running back of his size to have that speed. He's just got the complete package there, and it's going to be really interesting to ask Holden about his stats so far before this first quarter's over.
So now the Georgetown Eagles lead it 13-0 with 2:33. So maybe not take a shot at the end zone on the passing game, so hand it off to Jet Walker.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
And now to another formation. The Eagles go for the extra point attempt for the 2-point conversion. In the backfield is McDougal with Walker to his right. Clap of the hands. The ball's back. Swing pass out to the right flat. Sedgwick breaks a tackle into the end zone behind the block of Caden Scherer, and the 2-point conversion is good. 2:33 left here in the first quarter, and Georgetown leads it 15-0 over the Chaparral Bobcats. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back here live in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMTs. We get ready for the Syntec Shirt and Embroidery Kickoff. 1911 North Austin Avenue in Georgetown, syntechshirt.com. Go see them. Whether you need 1 or 100, no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. As Georgetown gets ready to kick it off. With 2:33 remaining, Mashburn will kick it to the far side, fielded at about the 17-yard line, coming back towards the middle, now back to the outside. Slips through a tackle and then hit and dropped at about the 27-yard line. Good tackle there by number 17, Reagan Riney. And that's where Chaparral will begin their offensive possession. 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Holden, what's Jet Walker's stats? You told us at the break.
So I don't know the full game record for Georgetown, but Jet Walker's at 7 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. Anytime you have a century in the first quarter, you are on record watch.
Moses in the backfield has a receiver wide right, 1 wide left. Clap of the hand, snap back. Moses looks left, swings it to the Bennett in the backfield, off to the left, and he'll be taken out of bounds. And here comes a flag on Georgetown, a tackle late, out of bounds. I don't know if they got that one on Chance Kelly or Seth Warren. I think the chippiness from the first two led to the situation here. They're going to call it on Seth Warren. The funny thing is that was a continuation of the tackle, Kelly, instead of the situation where the other players were hitting players once they had taken 2 or 3 steps out of bounds. And so now it seemed to tighten things up, and it gave the Bobcats a big first down, and it would have been 2nd and 9, and now it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Far side hash mark. Moses with 1 receiver left, 2 right. Bennett to his right in the backfield. Far side hash mark. Now the tight end moves to the left end of the line. Snap back to Moses. He'll hand it off to Bennett. Right side, and he's hit and stuck and backed up, and he'll go backwards. What a play there. Credit to number 11. That's Cole Mitchell on the tackle.
You know, he's really kind of a speedster. He needs to probably jet out around the side to get around a big line. He's not going to have any luck going up the middle.
And Bennett ran right into the back of the line, clogged up, and Cole Mitchell shot through the gap. makes the tackle for no gain, brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Bobcats. 2 receivers left, 2 right, middle of the field. 2nd and 10 for the 42. Snap back to Moses. Here comes pressure up the middle. Moses goes to scramble. Luke Butch hits him and then hit for the far side. Ball's out. Ball's out. We'll see if they call him down.
I think the back judge is saying he's down.
And they are going to call him down. It'll be a loss of about 2. That'll bring up 3rd and 12, but what a play there by the defense. Moses tried to escape. Luke Butch hit him first. And Moses dropped right at the 40-yard line. Big play there. This death row defense stepping up, Kelly, playing a good ball game here at quarter number 1.
Doing really, really well, and I like what I see out of the defense just as much as I like what I'm seeing out of this offense.
1 receiver wide right, 2 receivers wide left. Tight end off the left end of the line. Moses has Bennett to his left. Clap of the hand, snap back. Looks right now, rolls left. Going to throw on the roll. Out to the left flat. Caught it right about midfield. And pushed out of bounds. And that will be short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th and 2 now for the Bobcats. Right at midfield.
I'm guessing they're going to leave the offense on the field right now and try to get this first down. Try to get something going here for their offense because they really haven't gotten anything going at all on offense much.
41 seconds remaining in the quarter. A tight formation on the left side. 1 wide receiver, lone receiver out wide right. Moses snap back on set, 4th and 2. Pressure up the middle. He escapes. He's going to throw on the run. It's going to be short, incomplete. And good pressure from the defense forces the incompletion and another turnover on downs. First down, Georgetown.
I think that's 3 sacks so far for the Eagle defense. A lot of pressure on the quarterback. We talked about it as a key to the game, and that has really disrupted this Bobcat offense.
Nathaniel Funk, your Leander Georgetown Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801 in Leander, Texas, brings you the first quarter of Georgetown Eagle football. Learn how we can help you with all your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more. The Georgetown offense comes back out with 35 seconds remaining in the quarter. Right at midfield, 1st and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the left of McDougal. Snap back, McDougal pitches it to the man in motion, Terosian, up past the 50, splits defenders, and then gets stacked up and dropped about the 46-yard line. Turns out to be a 4-yard gain and brings up 2nd and 6.
Regan thought he was going to get popped by those 2 guys, and he kind of shrugged a little bit, but he split them and was a little bit surprised that he was able to gain a few extra yards.
Regan Terosian, number 15, on a good run there on that end-around toss. And now Xavier Warren goes wide right, the lone receiver right. Terosian, Sedgwick, the receivers split wide left. 3 seconds remaining on the clock. The Eagles are not going to get this one off, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter, 15-0, Georgetown leads it over the Bobcats. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back out of the time, or the quarter. We go to quarter number 2. Georgetown will flip it around and head to the south end. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Snap back to McDougal. Hand it to Walker left side. Finds a hole. Spins off a tackle. Breaks another. Drags a defender. Up past the 35 to the 34. Mark at the 33-yard line. And that's it up for a borrow from Morrow. First down.
Boy, we saw on that run right there, this jet is fully fueled, baby, and ready for takeoff. And he is running like a madman.
All night, boys. He will be here all night long. 1st and 10 for the Eagles up to the 33. 2 receivers stacked left, 2 receivers stacked right. Walker to the right of McDougal. Far side hash mark. Snap back to McDougal. He's going to roll to the right, pressured up the middle, and sacked. What a play there by this defensive line. That's going to come from number 21, I believe it was.
Sim Wolgamuth. Probably.
Volgamuth.
Vogelmuth.
Vogelmuth on the sack. And that'll take back the Eagles up to the 39-yard line, a loss of 6.
And that really looked like a breakdown in the offensive line because he shot through there. I cannot imagine that wasn't some kind of miss on the offensive line there.
2nd and 16 now. 11 minutes left in the first half. Running backs on both sides of McDougal in the backfield. Now Terosian will motion out to the left, hand off to Walker, right side, breaks a tackle, drags a man, and gets inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Nice run there. The tackle by number 5 for the Tuamava. Oh, we'll mess it up. I apologize. Tuamavave makes the tackle on Jet Walker, but a manageable 3rd down. Nice run by Walker. Brings up 3rd and 5 now for Georgetown.
These big chunks of yardage that Jet's able to get right here are going to cause the Bobcats to have to change their defense, but that could open up the edges for these speedy receivers.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back, hand it to Walker left side. Gets outside the numbers, has a block. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Jet Walker takes it to the house. Another big run by Jet Walker, and Georgetown moves it up to a 21-point lead with 10-11 left here in the first half. And you see him on your screen, Jet Walker.
Folks, if you're listening in and you are a Killeen Chaparral fan, you're going to be hearing a lot about Jet Walker tonight. You may already be tired of hearing about it. This young man can run the football.
So the Eagles go to the swinging gate. Walker and somebody else in the backfield now. No, it's McDougal and Walker. Snap back, McDougal, jump pass, throws it into the end zone. The catch made.
Tennyson Dean.
To Tennyson Dean for the 2-point conversion. The little jump pass from McDougal to Tennyson Dean. And the Eagles lead it 23-0. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football returns in a moment.
Kickoffs this season are sponsored by Syntex Shirt and Embroidery. At Syntex Shirt and Embroidery, we offer a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for gifts, schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Stop in today to browse what we have to offer and to ask about our custom apparel options. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Ask about our military discounts as well. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel, or check out our website at www.syntexshirt.com. The official outfitter of your Georgetown Eagles broadcast team with First Responder Broadcasting.
Now the Eagles get ready for the Syntex Shirt Embroidery kickoff. Mashburn will kick it deep here on the near side. Fielded at about the 14-yard line. Up past the 15 to the 20. Cuts back 25 and then taken down just past the 25-yard line. They'll mark him down at about the 27, and that's where the Bobcats will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 27. They trail 23-0. And now let's correct the 2-point conversion. Jet Walker didn't get a break. He threw the 2-point conversion pass to Tennyson Dean. And so now the Georgetown Eagles, the 23-point lead, the defense back on the field. And the Bobcats start over. 1st and 10 at their own 27 from the far side of hash mark. 1 receiver left, 1 right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Now it's a weird formation beside Moses. Snap back to Moses. Handed off, coming near side. Nope, Moses pulls it and keeps it. And he'll get forward to about the 31-yard line. He was hit by Cole Mitchell and by, looks like, Andrew Urban.
I'm just really impressed with this defense tonight. They have come out hungry and ready to play football.
So a gain of about 3 on the carry, maybe 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Bobcats. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Bennett in the backfield to the right side of Moses, the quarterback. Moses talking to his wide receiver. Now will get the snap. Drops back, looking right. He'll have to scramble. He's being pressured. Ball's out. Georgetown looks like they fell on this one. And it will be Georgetown football Chance Kelly's going to come up with it. Him and Tennyson Dean, number 8, were both there, but a strip. I believe it was Luke Butch that got his hands on the quarterback, Kylan Moses, and he gets knocked out. The death row defense recovers the fumble. 1st and 10 for Georgetown.
Principal Johnson thought he was going to go sit down for a minute on the defense bench, but not so much.
Back up and at him. The defense gets himself a little break, and it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own, or at the Bobcat 27-yard line. 2 receivers wide right, 1 receiver wide left. Sedgwick, the lone receiver right. Terosian in the slot right, or Sedgwick wide left. Xavier Warren wide right. Terosian in the slot right. New running back in the backfield is Elijah Callaghan. Take the handoff, roll right. McDougal running for his life, and he's horse-collared. That'll be a rough in the passer. Hopefully McDougal's all right. The flag is on number 21, Sim Vogelmuth. The pass was incomplete, but he pulled down McDougal from the back of his shoulder pads, and the student section will let him know about it.
Well, number 12 for Chaparral also tackled number 7 for Georgetown at about the 10-yard line. So
it'll be half the distance to the goal. Georgetown will have it 1st and 10. And this will be moved inside the Graham & Sons red zone. On a borrow for Morrow first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at about the 14-yard line of the Bobcats. Far side hash mark. 2 receivers right.
After the penalty, Georgetown has the ball at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
McDougal signaling to the sideline. Elijah Callaghan in the backfield for the Eagles. Offset short right in front of McDougal is number 81, Jake Mylock, the tight end. Snap back, handed to Callaghan, left side. He makes a man miss. Ball's out, and the Bobcats fall on it. Inside the 10, about the 8-yard line, so the Eagles turn it right back over. It got punched out from behind on Elijah Callaghan. And the fumble back over to the Bobcats. They'll have it 1st and 10. And that's Callaghan that comes off gingerly, limping off the field.
Boy, you hate to see that. You got some momentum going. You can really start to lock this game away, and then you turn the football over there. Usually pretty reliable running back that comes in and spells jet a little bit, but unfortunately turnover there, and now Colleen Chaparral has some life.
9:01 left here in the first half. Bobcats get it back. 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. Make it the 9-yard line. They'll spot it now. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Moses in the backfield. Nope, new quarterback in for the Bobcats. Number 9, Bryson Coleman, the sophomore. Shotgun snap back. Hands it off left side up to about the 10 and then driven back. They'll give him the 11 on his forward momentum. And so it'll be a gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Bobcats. So a change at quarterback here early in the ball game for the Bobcats, Kelly.
Kind of surprised about it. I mean, he was having a little bit of success. He's just probably trying to put a little spark into this offense there. But the defense for the Eagles seemed like they want to make up for that fumble by the offense, get the ball back, and try to put some more points on the board.
So now a totally different shift in the formation for the Bobcats. Tight formation on the left side. 1 receiver, wide right. Now Arthur will go in motion to the right side, back to the left. Pitch it to him forward on the little pass from Coleman. He'll cut it back out to the middle of the field. He's off to the races. Splits to the outside, gets around down. 40, 45, 50. Down from behind will catch him and take Vaughn down, or Davion Arthur down. Inside Eagle territory, down to about the 38-yard line.
Boy, we saw a shifty run right there. He was able to plant that foot and change directions instantly. That was an impressive run.
So give it the backup quarterback, Bryson Coleman, his first completion as he pitched it forward to Davion Arthur. And he takes it all the way out to the 38 of Georgetown. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Back shotgun snap back to Coleman. He'll hand it off to Bennett. Nope, throw across the middle, caught. And he's off to the races, and he'll score. Touchdown, Bobcats. As number 2, Amon Tolliver takes the pass, and now here comes another flag on the Bobcats. It's going to be a celebration penalty on the Bobcats. 3 penalties in the first half for 45 yards, Kelly, on unnecessary penalties on the Bobcats. Coach McRae has to be beside himself.
You finally get some momentum going. You hold Georgetown, get a turnover, move down the field. Put some points on the board, and even with that, you get the penalty.
So I would believe Coach Griffin will take it and assess it on the kickoff, so it'll back him up 15 yards. So an unsportsmanlike foul on the Bobcats. So they'll attempt the extra point here with 7:44 remaining. It's 23-6 now. A nice pass from the quarterback, Bryson Coleman, to Amon Tolliver.
I didn't hear the number on who that was on, but that's one for him. He gets another one, and he's ejected from the ball game.
I think it's on Amon Tolliver. He's walking off the sideline. But he was over there doing his little dance after the touchdown. A great play by Tolliver. And the extra point for the Bobcats is good. 7:44 remaining here in the first half. 23-7. Georgetown leads it by 16. Quick timeout. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
Hey, Georgetown. There's a new place to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's on the beautiful square in downtown. It's Goldberger Diner. When you walk into this 50s-style diner, you're greeted with a smile, greeted like your family. Sit at the counter, a table, or a booth and get ready for an old-fashioned dining experience like no other in Georgetown. Enjoy tasty breakfast or come later for a burger, chicken fried steak, or even the Southern classic liver and onions. There's so much to choose from. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown.
So the Bobcats take it 91 yards on that drive after the turnover by the Georgetown Eagles on the fumble. And so a nice drive by the Bobcats, and it's all under the backup quarterback, the sophomore Bryson Coleman.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about, Wally. That change in quarterback gave them the spark they needed, and Coach apparently made a good choice with that. Nice drive by the Bobcats right there. And now Georgetown needs to hang on to this football. I think they're probably going to run this ball, run some clock, try to put some points on the board right before half, then get the ball back.
Kick fielded by the Eagles and then fumbled back inside the 30. Warren picks it up past the 30, breaks a tackle, goes to the outside, breaks another tackle, gets back to the 35-yard line, and that's where Georgetown will start. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Seth Warren made the one hand over the shoulder, tried to grab it, came out, popped out of his hand. He chased it down and returned it back to the 35. And Georgetown will take over with 7:34 left in the first half. And we'll see how this offense responds.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, that turnover there. I'm expecting we're going to see a lot of Walker on this drive right here about midway through this second quarter.
One receiver wide left, two receivers wide right for Georgetown at the far side hash mark. Walker in the backfield to the right of McDougal. A clap of the hands, ball back, handed. Nope, McDougal keeps it, has to get rid of it, throws it out in the flat. And Xavier Warren goes down to a knee and makes the catch. Nope, they're going to whistle it incomplete and say it hit the turf. So it'll be an incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd and 10 now for Georgetown.
I don't think their 12th player made it all the way off the field, so they were giving a little gift over there on the side of not having 12 men on the field there. And Coach Griffin, I think, was not real happy about that.
And Coach Griffin's upset now because they called an illegal man downfield on Georgetown. So not only was it 12 men on the field for the Bobcats, it's a penalty now called on Georgetown and backs them up to the 30-yard line, 1st and 15.
Coach Griffin is a bit animated right now, and he is talking to anybody in black and white stripes that he comes near. He even searched this poor guy out now.
He's bent down past midfield talking to the umpires in the backside. So one receiver wide left, bunch formation right, turn around, handed off to Walker left side, up past the 30, 35, outside the numbers 45, 50, knocked out of bounds, and a big run there on 1st and 15 by the Eagles. Another borrow for Morrow first down up to midfield.
See one of the players on Georgetown doing that, let's go, let's go, let's go, so they're going after tempo here.
And here they go, 3 receivers stacked up, wide left, snap back to McDougal. He'll fake the handoff, looks left, has Warren open, throws one down the sideline. Catch incomplete, just overthrows Regan Tarosian. down the left sideline, incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10 from midfield.
Folks, keep your teddy bears and your puppies close to you because Coach Tim Nickey is here tonight. He was a defensive coordinator here for several years, now the head coach at Legacy Ranch, so we got to say hello to Coach Nickey just a few minutes ago. Good to see him there, but really unfortunate on that last play because the receiver was wide open, just a little bit long on that pass.
2 receivers left, 2 right here on 2nd and 10 from midfield. Walker to the left of McDougal, far side hash mark. Now Mylock in motion, goes to the right side of the line. Snap back to McDougal. He'll hand it off to Walker, right side, cuts back, breaks a tackle up past the 45, runs through a man, and gets almost all of the 10 yards there. Gets stopped short at the 41. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 now for Georgetown.
And there was that vision again. I thought he was wrapped up, and I've got a bird's eye view of this field, but Jet was able to see that opening to his left, took it, and gained a bunch of yards. 3rd and short now.
So Georgetown with 6:45 remaining here in the first half has it 3rd and 1 from the 41 of the Bobcats. Warren, the lone receiver, wide left. Sedgwick, the lone receiver, wide right. Walker offset to the right of McDougal. Far side hash mark. Now Warren in motion. Snap back. Fake the handoff to Warren. Give it to Jet Walker to the left side. And he'll get up past the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Enough for a borrow for Morrow. First down.
Nice tackle by the Bobcat defender because if he doesn't make that tackle, Walker's in the end zone again. But got the first down. Keep this drive going. Clock's going to keep running. Take some time off of this clock. Try to put some points on the board. And Georgetown gets the ball in the second half.
Regan Terosian back on the field as Max Gates comes off near side. Terosian will go to the left side slot. Warren tight on the right end of the line. Walker in the backfield directly behind McDougal. Turn around, fake the handoff. McDougal looking at the wheel route. It's wide open. Jet Walker down the left side. Catch made 15. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Georgetown. The first time we've seen that wheel route called and thrown this year, and it goes for a house call. Jet Walker from Caleb McDougal.
Boy, I really like that play design, and one of the linebackers went out towards Jet, but when McDougal rolled to his right, that linebacker let Jet go, and that was a terrible mistake.
So with 5:55 remaining here in the first half, the Eagles lead it 29-7, and they'll have the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point attempt as Mashburn is on. McDougal to hold on the extra point attempt. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the extra point is good. 5:55 remaining first half. Georgetown leads it 30-7 over the Bobcats. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back here live in the JMT's broadcast booth, the JCT Memorial broadcast booth, brought to you by Omar and Susie Tompkins of JMT's. Go visit them, jmts.com. Mashburn tees it up as the Eagles will kick it away, leading by 23. Mashburn the approach, and he'll boot it off. Nice kick down the near side over the head of the receiver, and it will trickle. No, stops at the 2. Picked up, bottled up inside the 5, and taken down. What a job there. Mashburn drops the 9-iron inside the 5, checks back up at the goal line, and the Bobcats have to pick it up, and the Georgetown kick coverage was great. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats inside their own 5-yard line, and now a flag on the far side. Cooper Wirchin credited with the tackle. Wonder if they're going to get a face mask here.
That looked like your 9-iron.
Oh, it was beautiful. Boy, that thing backed up right at the goal line. The guy thought it was going to land, and then all of a sudden it turned. And it wasn't called the face mask on Georgetown. So that will bless the Bobcats righteously it would have been first and goal, or first and 10 from inside their own 5-yard line. And now it'll be out at their 19-yard line. So they'll start with decent field goal position compared to first and 10 at their own 4.
Huge break for the Bobcats because you know if they've got the ball inside the 5-yard line, that defense is going to pin their ears back. But
Bryson Coleman back at quarterback after leading the touchdown drive of 91 yards for the Bobcats. He's got one receiver wide right, 3 receivers left. And the running back Bennett off to his right side. Snap back to Coleman. He's looking left. Going to throw it up left. It's overthrown. And Cade Erickson had great coverage there on the wide receiver, number 6.
Looked like number 6, there was a little miscommunication between, because he wasn't clear on the signal of what the play was, and it doesn't look like he ran the route he was supposed to.
Nicholas McLean, the intended receiver.
Roughing the passer.
15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
So roughing the passer, so back-to-back 15-yard penalties on the Eagles have bailed the Bobcats out. Instead of first and 10 at their 4, Kelly, now it's first and 10 at their 34-yard line. 5:43 left in the first half, so here's where can you stop the bleeding of these big penalties after you already gave up a 91-yard touchdown drive in the last possession.
Those are penalties of aggressive football right there, but those are penalties that just kill you whenever you've got them pinned deep.
A very tight formation here with 3 receivers off the end of the right side. Now a man in motion to the left, back to the right. Pitch it forward to Arthur. They read it out this time in the backfield. He's scrambling for his life, and he'll be taken down for about a 1-yard loss back to the 33-yard line. A great job there by Georgetown to sniff that one out. And so it'll bring up 2nd and 11 now for the Bobcats.
He did a good job of keeping an 8-yard loss from being an 8-yard loss. And just a single-yard loss there, but they wrapped him up, snipped that out quick. They weren't fooled.
Davion Arthur goes off the side of the field for the Bobcats, gingerly there on his left leg. So we'll hope he's all right as he leaves the field to play. Bobcats have it, 2nd and 11 with 5 minutes remaining in the half, middle of the field from their own 33-yard line. One receiver right, one right receiver just off the end of the left line. And Coach Tyrell McRae will take his second time out of the half, and we'll take it with him with 4:55 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown leads it 30-7. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Jason Chance Tompkins Memorial Broadcast Booth is brought to you by JMTs. JMTs provides custom apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMTs to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMTs has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit our website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Yeah. I'm the big homie. For those of y'all that don't know me, one and only, name another rapper this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking baked Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me.
Royalty bringing us back there out of the timeout from the Bobcats. Tyler Griffin, son of Coach Chuck Griffin. Royalty, the music. Loving it. Snap back. Coleman to roll to his left, looking left. Here's the pressure. He steps out of it, now rolls to the right, has plenty of room. Warren's going to have to chase him down on the far side, and Coleman's going to run out of bounds after picking up a big first down. Nice play by the sophomore there, Kelly.
Battle of the nines right there, trying to get to that sideline, but that containment on that left side of the Georgetown defense started pursuit towards that football, but the quarterback was able to cut it back the other way, got that first down, and keeps the Bobcats alive on this drive.
That's a good heads-up play there by number 9, Bryson Coleman of the Bobcats. He did not want a piece of number 9, Seth Warren of the Georgetown Eagle defense.
Seth wanted a piece, though.
Yes, Seth was looking for a shot. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats up to their own 48-yard line. Another bunch formation. Coleman, the quarterback, has Bennett offset to his left. Far side hash mark. Now Tolliver goes in motion right. Pitch it to Bennett. Hit the backfield. Chance Kelly balls out. And Tolliver falls back on it. Tolliver barely got the ball in, or Bennett barely got the ball into his hands, and Chance Kelly met him face to face. A shot and a good play there by Chance Kelly. He stripped the ball, but Bennett fell down quickly on top of it. There had been another big turnover. But instead, a loss of 8 brings up 2nd and 18.
No missed tackle there, no loss of containment there. Matter of fact, it looked like the Georgetown defender was the one that was supposed to get the football. They were there. He was back there so quickly. Great job by this defense.
Now they run out the offense. 2 receivers right, 2 left. False start. No call there on the right side. Coleman looking to pass. He's going to be sacked. The 3rd sack of the game as Luke Butch grabs on and holds on, and the rest of his defensive line collapses in with him for the sack. Nice play by this defense for the Georgetown Eagles, and a big 3rd down now all the way back to the 34-yard line.
Defense got back right after that one scoring drive that Chaparral had earlier, and now they've just attacking the football. And this Bobcat offensive line is really going to have to do some soul searching at the half to try to slow down this rush of the Georgetown defense.
Well, the offense for the Chaparral Bobcats stays on the field. Bryson Coleman, the sophomore quarterback, came on in the 2nd quarter. Has 2 receivers left, 2 right. And there's a penalty flag dropped. It's a delay of game on the Bobcats. So instead of 3rd and 24, it'll be a measly 3rd and 29. For the Bobcats, all the way back inside their own 30. Georgetown with a big prevent defense. They got, at one point, they had 3 guys back at about the 45 of Georgetown to prevent the deep plays.
And they lost like 20 seconds on the clock. They didn't stop it while they were discussing the penalty. And so it went from about 3:02 to 2:46. I wonder if they're going to push this back up.
Nope. I was watching. I thought he was going to his mic. He may do it here. Oh, they are resetting the clock. He talked to him in the booth. So they're having to reset it because now it's back to 12 minutes left in the first half.
And interestingly enough, the Georgetown sideline was signaling for them to push the clock back up as well. I saw a coach, he was making the signal, hey, give us more time on this thing.
3:08 now left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter on 3rd and 29 from their own 29-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Coleman snap back, looks right. Pressure up the right side, the left side. Sack from behind. What a play there by the Georgetown defense. There's the sack by Dylan Turbeville. Getting in on the sack action for the death row defense.
Turbeville getting in there. Georgetown only rushed 2 players. The nose tackle just hung around kind of spying the quarterback, but 2 men in pressure, and there were a lot of white jerseys just standing around watching this play happen.
Coach Griffin takes his first time out with 2:50 left here in the first half. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in just a moment.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoors enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. There's a large selection of hunting and fly fishing supplies for the beginner, all the way up to the experienced outdoor folks. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoor outfitter with high-quality supplies and services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what there is to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or check out the website at www.rrpgtx.com.
Back out of that timeout. The Bobcats will drop back in punt formation here with 2:50 left. Standing at his own 10-yard line, the punter waits the ball, gets it, and the punt is away. Low punt fielded by Luke Holly on a fair catch at the 45-yard line. A human missile coming down the field, big number one. 75.
Big human missile.
Torrey Henry was motoring down the field. Luke Holly, glad he called fair catch. And Georgetown will take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 2nd quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. For all your cosmetic and general dentistry needs, visit Dr. Mandy Holly and the staff at Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. Located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. www.aestheticdentistrygt.com. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Far side hash mark. Walker to the left of McDougal. Nope, that's Callaghan. McDougal across the middle, pass just behind Devin Sedgwick for the incompletion. Good defense there by the Bobcats, number 24. Good coverage on the defense there for the Bobcats. That was Kamoni Sherman. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Georgetown.
I don't think Caleb had as much on that as he wanted, and that pass kind of fluttered a little bit back behind the receiver. Dangerous pass turned out to be, but fortunately dropped, lived to fight another down.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Now Terosian in motion to the left. Snap back to McDougal. Handed off Callaghan near side, up past the 45-50 and forward to about the 47-yard line of the Bobcats. A gain of 8, and they'll bring up 3rd and 2 now for Georgetown with 2.5 minutes remaining.
They gave Jet Walker some rest. He's coming back out now. I'm glad they spelled him a little bit because I was getting so tired from how much he's run. He's back on the field.
One of the coaches on the sideline looked at Jet and said, "We ain't done yet."
Good.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker in the backfield with McDougal. Near side hash mark. 2:08 on the clock as it continues to run here in the second quarter. McDougal moves to the left, or Walker to the left of McDougal. Now Warren in motion left. Snap back to McDougal. Handed off. Walker cuts back, and he'll fall forward for a first down. A borrow from Morrow first down right to the 45 of the Bobcats. And they'll stop the clock here to set the change. Georgetown quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
That motion made our side judge flinch. Got good motion.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Walker in the backfield with McDougal. Near side hash mark. The clock continues to run now with 1:38 remaining. Walker offset to the left, or to the right of McDougal. McDougal calls out the play. Near side hash mark. Snap back to Caleb. Caleb being pressured, has to get rid of it, throws it, and it's knocked down. Davion Arthur not Davion Arthur, number 36. Logan Collins almost intercepted it, but the near side line judge says it was incomplete. It hit the turf. So a big break there for Georgetown. A great play there by Collins, the middle linebacker.
Bobcats able to get some pressure on McDougal, and he had to throw that off his back foot. And again, it was another throw, didn't have a lot on it, kind of fluttered out there. But cornerback, or the safety actually made a good play back there. I thought he did intercept it, but side judge said no.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the left of McDougal. Snap back. McDougal hands it off to Walker. And he's hit and dropped after a gain of 1. Nice play there again by the Mike linebacker, number 36, Logan Collins, the junior. Back-to-back good plays. And now it's 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. 1:05 remaining here in the quarter. The clock continues to run.
Collins, a good athlete. You called his name a couple of times tonight. Good sure tackle there to keep Jet. You can't really run when your feet are together and coming off the ground.
2 receivers right, 1 left. McDougal in the shotgun. Now Walker empties out to the left. McDougal, wide receiver screen. Xavier Warren right side. Follows his blockers. Hops over a man, and now he's got to be stacked up and move forward to about the 36-yard line. They're going to stop the clock here.
Wonder why they stopped the clock. He's short of the first.
Xavier Warren's got to turn his helmet around.
They're going to start. Now they're going to start the clock back up. Coach Griffin's going to take his second timeout with 29 seconds remaining. Make it 28 seconds now as the clocks continue to run. So we'll take a quick timeout with them. 28 seconds remaining. First half, Georgetown leads it by 23, 30-7. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back out of the timeout, Georgetown with 1 timeout remaining. The Chaparral Bobcats with 1 timeout remaining as well. And appreciate the comment in the chat session online. It is true. The defensive coordinator for Georgetown now is Matt Laux. Did come from Colleen Chaparral. Maybe he knew that Alan Hare was going to be leaving, as he went in with Alan Hare 2 years ago when he started the program at the Bobcats there in Colleen Chaparral. 2 receivers right, 1 left for the Eagles here on 1st and 10. Tarosian in motion to the left. McDougal back. He's looking right. He's going to hang it up for Xavier Warren down the sideline. Perfect throw. Perfect catch. Touchdown, Georgetown. The X-Man strikes again, and he gets the 15-yard flag for excessive celebration.
I found out talking to Coach Griffin, there's been a couple of those, and looks like he's going to be having a little extra wind sprints next week.
A beautiful pass from Caleb McDougal to the X-Men, Xavier Warren. But then he gets the 15-yard unsportsmanlike flag for excessive celebration. And now back up the Eagles on the kickoff as well. 36-7. Christopher Mashburn, the kicker, on to attempt the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point. It'll be interesting at half there, Kelly, when we talk. So it will be enforced on the kickoff. So Mashburn will attempt the extra point. Caleb McDougal to hold. The snap is back. The hold is down. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Georgetown leads it by 30, 37-7. Eagle football continues here in a moment on the SHN Sports Network.
Kickoffs this season are sponsored by Syntex Shirt and Embroidery. At Syntex Shirt and Embroidery, we offer a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for gifts, schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Stop in today to browse what we have to offer and to ask about our custom apparel options. Whether you need one shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Ask about our military discounts as well. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel, or check out our website at www.syntexshirt.com.
The official outfitter of your Georgetown Eagles broadcast team with First Responder Broadcasting.
Back here from the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's. Holden, nice little drive summary there for the Eagles.
That last one, 7 plays, 55 yards, took 2 minutes, 19 seconds off the clock, and a beautiful touchdown pass from McDougal to, not Davin Sedgwick, but the X-Man. A great one-hand catch for the touchdown.
Kickoff to the far side, fielded at the 23-yard line. Coming back to the inside, past the 30, 35, makes a man miss up to the 40-yard line. And a good return here for the Bobcats. Unfortunately, they do it with about 13 seconds remaining in the first half, but they take advantage of the kickoff having to come from the 25-yard line by Mashburn. So we'll see if they take any shots downfield with 13 seconds remaining in the half.
Do you take some shots? Do you just get out of this half? What do you do? Because if you turn this ball over here, Georgetown can take one more shot. But, hey, I do want to say appreciate all our viewers. We got some longtime viewers on here. Austin Graham listening in, Extapa listening in, and Frank Miranda.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back. Coleman will hand it off. Bennett right up the middle. Cuts back to the left. Hit and held on to and taken down there. What a play there. Cole Mitchell upset with himself because he wasn't able to bring him down by himself, but he did a great job of holding on and getting back up. And that will run the clock out.
Cole took off like a shot and made a really good play.
Coach Griffin out there talking to one of the line judges. But that'll end the first half. 37-7. Georgetown leads it over the Bobcats. We'll see if Dave's able to get a second with Coach Griffin here as he heads to the locker room. But the Eagle offense playing well, but the Eagle defense playing great tonight. Multiple sacks here, a forced fumble and a turnover for the defense. And now we'll go down to Dave with Coach Griffin. Nope.
Coach juked him. He put that foot on the ground, made that move to the left.
Yeah, the Colleen band faked me out. I didn't get it.
Yeah, I was waiting for the spin move, Dave. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So with a 37-7 lead here at the half, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with your halftime show here live on the SHN Sports Network.
Attention Georgetown Eagle football fans, Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender conveniently located on the square in downtown Georgetown. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey, whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling out equity for debt consolidation or home improvements. We do it all, and we're dedicated to making your dreams a reality. When you think mortgage, think local. Think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership. Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Brightside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
We welcome you back to the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex, Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, where your Georgetown Eagles lead the Chaparral Bobcats 37-7 at the half. This season we have focused on the student trainers here in Georgetown, give them a little credit for all the hard work they do. This week we have two of the junior student trainers for our interview, and here's that interview.
We welcome to the halftime show two of the GHS student trainers, both juniors, Aaliyah Diaz and Betsy Mendoza. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So we're spotlighting the trainers at halftimes during some of the games this year to kind of give a thank you to you guys for your hard work and everything that you do to keep the student athletes at GHS safe, and we appreciate that. Aaliyah, we'll start with you. What got you interested in being a student trainer?
I remember, because my brother used to be in football, and I remember, seeing the girls on the sideline and, seeing them go out. And then I was, looking at our schedule, going into high school, and I asked my brother about it. And, he was just telling me about it and, what they do. And I was like, oh, that seems, really interesting. I want to join. And then, yeah.
What's you, Betsy?
My sister first introduced me to it because she knew I was really into medical stuff and stuff. And so she introduced it to me, and then I was talking to her about it, and then we just both figured it out. And yeah.
Both been trainers since your freshman year?
Yes.
Was it harder than you ever imagined it would be? Or did you not have any idea?
Yeah, I had no idea how it was gonna play out. It was definitely a little challenging at the beginning, but I think we were able to adapt to it quickly and be good. So
during the week before game day, what y'all's days look like? How long are you at the school? How soon you got to get there? What's that day look like?
It just depends. If we have practice, we have to be here at 6:00. And then if we have games after school, we're usually here until 9 to 9:30, or sometimes we have to be here for treatments. It's where we help treat the players, and we'll be there at 6:30 for that. And those days just range. It's different our practice days are different every week, but our treatment days are the same. So every week we'll have the same treatment day, but practice can be switched up. And then if we have volleyball, we'll stay after school either till 5 to 5:30 for practice, or if games are happening, that's around 9 to 9:30. And then football too with JV games, and then varsity is always the latest because we're here until 10.
So Thursdays, Betsy, we'll go to you for this one. Thursdays have to be crazy busy since there's practice and 2 games, right? And they split y'all up, one to go with out of town on Thursday and one staying local?
Yes, so usually it's 2 people will stay home for whatever game is going on, either JV or freshman, and then 2 will go away with whatever team is going away. And then for practices, it's whoever's not working those games will work volleyball or anything else going on.
So Fridays, do y'all get nervous before the game, for the game itself?
I mean, you don't really know what to
Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like get excited for like the game itself, but there's also like that sense of nervousness because like we never know what's gonna happen. Because
So which team do you guys want Georgetown to beat more than anybody else?
Eastview.
Kind of thought that. I almost took Eastview out of the mix because I love it if and when we beat Cedar Park. I want to beat those guys so bad. So y'all are both juniors. Next year, you're going to basically be forced into a leadership role as the seniors of the training staff. What's that going to be like?
Oh, well, I'd say like I feel like kind of right now we're in that leadership role as like leading the underclassmen, but yeah, I think for next year it's just gonna be like we're gonna be like more dependent on than we are, maybe like a little bit more dependent on than we are now, because like we're like the freshmen are gonna be looking up to the seniors because we've been here for 4 years, so yeah.
So I'll have you both answer this one. You got the rest of your junior year, then your senior year. What's after high school, Betsy?
I definitely want to go to college, and I'm still debating what I want to study, but definitely college is what's on my mind.
Which one do you want to go to? Have you decided?
No, I'm not decided which one, but I have like options.
Good. Aaliyah, how about you?
I also want to go to college. I'm wanting to go to A&M. That's the dream. And then I think I'm definitely going to go into like the medical field. I think I'm pretty set on wanting to become a nurse in the future. But yeah.
Well, guys, I appreciate you joining us. Before we let you go, Betsy, shout outs?
Just my sister's mom, the training staff.
Aaliyah?
My dad and mom, or like my whole family, HMS Mo, the training staff, and just like my friends on like the side who also can support me through stuff.
We appreciate everything you guys do for these athletes to help keep them safe. It is appreciated, even though not everybody's coming up and thanking you for it. But thank you guys for all that you do for the athletes.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Folks, the halftime show will continue right after this.
Attention Georgetown Eagle football fans. Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender, conveniently located on the square in downtown Georgetown. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey, whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling out equity for debt consolidation or home improvements. We do it all, and we're dedicated to making your dreams a reality. When you think mortgage, think local. Think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
We welcome you back to the GISD Athletic Complex. I'm Kelly Duvall along with Wally Harmon, Dave England, and the whole gang, including Holden Toomeyer, statistician. Holden, here in the first half, this game on the scoreboard was dominated by Georgetown, but not just on the scoreboard, but on the stat sheet. What do the first half stats look like?
Yeah, I'll break it down. So, clean Chaparral, 8 of 11 throwing the ball. Georgetown just 4 of 8. 8 passing attempts in that first half, but that's because the rushing game was absolutely dominant. Georgetown had 20 rushing attempts, 202 yards in total, and 15 of that, Jet Walker for 191, and then the 3 rushing touchdowns on the ground. Meanwhile, clean Chaparral, 17 carries, 13 yards. Now, obviously, you have to factor in that the sack yardage lost is counted as a rushing negative in high school, but even still, the fact that they're averaging 0.8 yards a carry means they are completely getting dominated at the line of scrimmage, and they're having to try to game plan around that. And our secondary has been solid enough that they have not been able to find consistent success pushing the ball down the field.
And Georgetown's averaging 10 yards a carry every time they tote the football. That's difficult to overcome for this Bobcat defense.
Yeah, exactly. And even though they're averaging 10, and even if The issue is, if the defense brings in a lot of guys to stack the box and try to bring that rushing number down, you saw what could happen on the big play touchdown to X-Men. It was a beautiful throw. I like to say, when they're even, they're leaving. And that the speed you could see by, I'm blanking on his name. Absolutely blanking. And that's
Xavier?
Yeah, Xavier Warren. Yeah,
Okay.
I keep thinking Davin Sedgwick. It's not Davin Sedgwick. Xavier Warren, 3 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown in that first half. He was the main man. But his speed is out of this world. And whenever they were even with that defensive back has no chance against that kind of speed. It was laid up perfectly. But that's the challenge. If you stack the box like that, you're leaving one-on-one opportunities on the outside. And that is a tough ask for any of these corners because these wide receivers for Georgetown can fly.
Georgetown Eagles are leading the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats 37-7 here at the half, and it's homecoming here in Georgetown tonight, so lots of folks here for that as well. Holden's first half stats brought to you by Graham and Sons Land and Cattle. A message from them, and we will be back. We're going to show the Georgettes, and then we'll let you hear the homecoming festivities at half. Also, after the game, if you want to see the band march their halftime show, we will stay here for that after the ball game. So if you want to see the band's contest performance, stick around after the game for that. We'll be right back after this message from Graham and Sons Land and Cattle.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham and Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham and Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham and Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
Welcome back to Birkelbach Field here at the GISD Athletic Complex. Halftime score is your Georgetown Eagles 37 and the Bobcats from Killeen Chaparral 7. The stats and the scoreboard both show a dominant performance. Holden, we were talking primarily about the offense, but this defense has been lights out, gotten a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks, 2 different quarterbacks for the Bobcats. What has been your impression of this Georgetown defense tonight?
And like the rushing yards indicate, it has been complete dominance by this defensive line. They've got 5 sacks in this first half, and I think the most noteworthy aspect of that was that big 3rd and 24 when the defense rushes 2 guys, and they still managed to get home quickly. It wasn't like the quarterback was holding the ball for a long time, and it was a coverage sack. They just won 2v5 and made a big-time sack. They 5 again in the first half, 3 for Luke Birch, 1 for Tennyson Dean, 1 for Dylan Tuberville that I've got. And it's been complete domination up front. And like I said at the halftime show, anytime that you're getting destroyed in the line of scrimmage, you have to try to factor your offense around that. But the secondary has been so good and so quickly, it's so string line of scrimmage, the full length of the field, that they have not really been able to get anything going consistently. You saw whenever the backup quarterback came in, there was an instant jolt, and they had some couple big plays to score. But the defense rallied immediately, figured it out, settled in, and since then, this Killeen Chaparral offense has been nowhere to be found.
Georgetown scored 37 points in the first half, and they get the ball coming out in the second half, which is exactly what Coach Griffin loves to do. Likes to jump out to a lead quick, then get the ball. No, I'm sorry. Killeen Chaparral gets the ball at the second half. I think that
yes.
I don't know if it's right on the ticker or not, but they get the ball coming out in the second half. So it's going to be time for the defense to not think too much about this first half, come back out, pin their ears back, and get after this the Bobcats offense in the second half.
Yeah, and like you said, the fact that the Eagles constantly want to receive the ball because they want to get their offense in an early rhythm. Last week, we saw Leander like to receive the ball, and they go down and score a touchdown on their first drive. So immediately, this Georgetown offense, which is so predicated on being in a good rhythm, being kind of an excellent system, executing well, if they find themselves down early, you saw last week, they kind of struggled getting their rhythm back. In this game, they like to kick it to us, which plays, like we talked about, right in our hands. We go score immediately. Offense is immediately in a rhythm. Defense can now play with a lead. And even though Killian Chaparral is going to get the ball in the second half, I'm not entirely sure what they can build on.
The Bobcats trail the Eagles here at GISD Athletic Complex 37-7 as the Georgetown band and Georgettes get ready to take the field. We'll let you enjoy the Georgettes performance and then the festivities as they announce the homecoming court at the half. It's 37-7 Georgetown over the Chaparral Bobcats. Here is your Georgetown Georgettes.
For the 2024 edition of Eagle Halftime. The Georgetown Band would like to thank our generous sponsors, Wandering Ant Ranch, Abigail Lowen Author, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, the Shen family of Ochna House, Griffin Glass, Wolf Animal Clinic, Alpha Graphics, Headwater, ProFab, Centex Mini Golf, Waterboy Graphics, Schlotsky, the Eden family, Stephanie and Michael Blank, the Rogers family, Pierce Insurance, and Texel Credit Union. Thank you, sponsors. The Georgettes would also like to thank their sponsors, Alliance Bank Central Texas, Covert Hutto, the Dog Ranch Performing Arts Studio. And the Georgettes would like to thank their amazing managers, Sherry Heckard, Kaylee Holly, and Mackenzie Slows. We love you so much. It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce you to the award-winning Sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. The Georgette officers are Lieutenant Ella Lishka, Lieutenant Trinity Eason, Lieutenant Maddie Skillman, and in the center, your 2024-2025 Georgette Captain, Miss Abby Tull. The Georgette socials are Abby Jones, Brentley McLean, and JJ Rosarelli. Social butterfly is Ashley Morris. Officer's choice is Ellen Sive. The Georgette of the week is Abby Tull. And now, watch the Georgettes as they perform a high kick routine to the smash hit, Every Time We Touch. Georgetown High School homecoming. Please help us welcome our 2024 homecoming court and their escorts. Please welcome our 2024 nominees for Homecoming King. First, we have Jack Coven, escorted by his mother, Amanda Robertson. Next, we have Chris Mashburn, escorted by his mother, Alex Mashburn. Next, we have Ian McAllister, escorted by his mother, Alicia McAllister. And finally, Leighton Rasu, escorted by his mother, Jennifer Rasu. Now, please welcome our 2024 Homecoming Queen nominees. First is Avery Berger, escorted by her father, Nicholas Berger. Next is Charlotte Brown, escorted by her father, Greg Brown. Next, we have Emma Moore, escorted by her father, Brian Moore. is Angelina Reyes, escorted by her father, Antonio Reyes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our 2024 homecoming court a round of applause. At this time, please welcome back our 2023 homecoming king and queen, Cash Anderson and Brenna Bell. Cash and Brenna will be crowning our 2024 king and queen. Ladies and gentlemen, give a thunderous round of applause for our 2024 Georgetown High School homecoming king, Chris Mashburn. Congratulations, Chris. And now, introducing our 2024 homecoming queen, Angelina Reyes. Congratulations, Angelina. One more time, please join me in welcoming our newly crowned 2024 homecoming king and queen, Chris Mashburn and Angelina Reyes. Congratulations, Chris and Angelina. And thank you, ladies.
Attention Georgetown Eagle football fans, Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender conveniently located on the square in downtown Georgetown. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey, whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling out equity for debt consolidation or home improvements. We do it all, and we're dedicated to making your dreams a reality. When you think mortgage, think local. Think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Go ahead, Dave.
I mean, it's up front. That's where you win football games. They're doing well.
And you're holding their defense to 0.8 yards a carry. How about that?
Man, our defense, they've been playing lights out all year. I still think that is 22 points on the season they've given up in the first half, so that's pretty tremendous.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck. Wally, Kelly?
Kelly, your thoughts on that? I think it's right. It's one on the lines, and man, the offensive and the defensive lines tonight for Georgetown doing a great job.
I like it whenever we talk about the keys to the game, and here come your Eagles for the second half. When we talk about the keys to the game, and Georgetown actually makes me look like I halfway know what I'm talking about, even though I don't. I really like that, so I'll take it.
Holden, your thoughts, second half. What do you expect out of the Eagles?
I expect them to come out with another level of focus. We've seen consistently throughout this first couple of weeks that Georgetown consistently gets to a big lead in the first half, and then the second half kind of gets lackadaisical with it. The starters kind of come out, and then the other team rallies a little bit. Things get mildly interesting. So I expect at this point the coaches really hammer home. You have to stay focused, stay executing regardless of what level of player is out there, and then they continue to execute on the ground.
The halftime show is brought to you by Blair Hogue of Fairway Mortgage. Contact Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage for all your lending needs. Visit the website at Blair, BLAIR.Hogue, HOGUE, at fairwaymc.com, or give Blair a call, 512-717-9912. Graham & Sons Cattle Company bringing you halftime stats with Holden, and I tell you what, the numbers look good, and like Holden said, Kelly, we can't let off the gas pedal in the third quarter.
I'd like to see Georgetown play all the way through this third quarter with their starters, not trying to run the score up, but just getting that gas for games later down the road. Do want to give a quick shout-out. Cade Erickson, son of our camera guy, Jory Erickson, getting his first start tonight, and I know Jory's got to be proud, but Jory has still brought some tremendous shots from the sideline, so congratulations to Cade and to Jory and the whole Erickson family.
Mashburn, the homecoming king, will kick it away for your Eagles. Far side. It'll bounce about the 23 or 18 and check up, but it goes out of bounds. And so the Bobcats will benefit from the kickoff out of bounds. Almost got another checkup from a kickoff there by Christopher Mashburn, but that one trickles out of bounds. So the Bobcats will get it. They'll get a little bonus yardage here for their first possession of the second half as they'll start on the offensive side after they deferred at the coin toss.
Have the subs started yet?
I don't think so here defensively.
No.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Bobcats. We'll see who's at the quarterback. It's going to be the backup, number 9, Bryson Coleman, running the show for the Bobcats. On the offensive side of the ball, a new running back in the backfield, offset to his right side. Snap back to Coleman. He'll hand it off. The running back, number 23, to the left side. Legs cut out from under him there. Seth Warren alongside Tennyson Dean on the tackle, a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats. The run by the senior, Keith Tyler.
And fascinatingly, that 1-yard run was an above-average game on the ground tonight.
2 receivers left, 2 right for the Bobcats on 2nd and 9 from their own 31-yard line. The backup running back, number 23, Keith Tyler, offset to the left of the quarterback. Bryson Coleman, snap back, hand it to Tyler. Stutter step, and he runs right into the defensive line, the arms of Dylan Turbeville. And right there to finish it up is Andrew Urban. They'll give him 1 yard on the gain up to the 32. Bring up 3rd and 8 now for the Bobcats.
Want to give one more quick shout out to one of our listeners, Jessica Diaz. She is actually, I think, the mother of Aaliyah Diaz, one of the girls that we interviewed at the halftime. So, Jessica, very proud of her daughter, and congratulations to you, Jessica, too. And we appreciate everybody listening in on YouTube.
The Bobcats have it 3rd and 8 from their 32-yard line. Got to get to the 40-yard line for a first. 3 receivers, right, 1 left. Snap back to Coleman. He's looking right. He's going to throw across the middle. It's behind the receiver, but he makes the catch. Nice catch there for the Bobcats. Number 2, Amon Tolliver. A great catch there. Defended tightly by Alex Wilson, but enough for a Bobcat first down up to the 44-yard line.
Beautiful catch. Throw was a little bit behind him, but he was able to wrangle it in and get that first down for the Bobcats. And this is exactly what they need in this first drive in the second half to try to put some points on the board and get something to build on.
1st and 10 from their 44-yard line. 1 receiver right, 1 left, tied into the right side of the line. Tyler directly behind Coleman. Now a double shift to the left end of the line. Tyler directly behind Coleman in the shotgun. Turn around, hand it to Tyler. Left side, up past the 45, almost to midfield. He'll be cut down. They're going to spot him right at midfield. That'll be a gain of 6 and bring up 2nd and 4 now for the Bobcats.
If you're a Bobcats fan, you got to like what this offense has started out in this first drive. Not trying to do too much, trying to get it all back at once. Just keep running their offense, and they've done a good job so far.
1 receiver right, 1 left. Snap back, hand it to Tyler. Left side, up past the 50. Rumbles forward and taken down almost at the line to gain. We'll see where they mark him down. It is going to be justed up for a first down up to the 45 of Georgetown. Another first down for the Bobcat offense.
And like I said before, they're just running their offense, not panicking, and this is exactly what they needed to do on this drive.
1 receiver wide right, 1 receiver left for the Bobcats on the short side of the field, and that's Tolliver. Coleman calls out the play, looking at the wristband with Keith Tyler, the running back, directly behind him. Double shift of the tight ends, 41 and 42 to the right side. Snap back to Coleman, turns, fakes the handoff. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw it up, throws it over the top of Tolliver, about 2 yards long, and it's incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Bobcats.
Tolliver's not big, but he is fast, and we've seen a couple of times him be able to beat the coverage out there. The quarterback just hasn't been able to hit him on those routes where he's able to get past the defender. Good speed there, but now long 2nd down.
And I tell you what, right there, had that ball had a little bit more air under it, Tolliver runs under it into the end zone for a touchdown. And so, like you're saying, Tolliver got lightning speed, got a step behind the defender, just couldn't get the pass to haul it in. And it brings up 2nd and 10 from the Georgetown 45. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tyler to the left of Coleman in the backfield. And now a whistle And it'll be a timeout by head coach Tyrell McCray of the Bobcats. 9:01 left third quarter. We'll take it with them. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
Back live here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMTs. We're in quarter number 3. Your Georgetown Eagles lead it 37-7 over the Bobcats of Chaparral High School out of Killeen ISD in the Killeen, Texas area in week 2 of district play. I tell you what, Kelly, you know what? We talk about it. The Eagle offense, the Eagle defense both responded this week. It's Cody Hurt checking in here in the box with us. I'm going to mute Kelly as he's going to talk to Cody. But an opportunity for this team to respond, and they have done so as we start the second half here of Eagle football. 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. From the 45 of Georgetown. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back. Coleman passes on the slant, and it's bobbled and dropped. Good play there by Jaheim Dowd. And that'll bring up a big incompletion and force 3rd down for the Bobcats.
The Bobcats are probably going to leave their offense on the field if they don't get the first down on this play. You pretty much have to at a point like this, and you're in Georgetown's end of the field, so this is probably 4-down territory for them. Shout out to Baylor Alexander, Georgetown alum listening in from South Dakota. Good to see Baylor. Hope everything is going well for you guys up there. Winter's coming.
3rd and 10 for the Bobcats. 8:55 remaining, third quarter. 2 running backs in the backfield beside Coleman. Shotgun snap back. Coleman fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, and he's going to get about a yard up to the 44-yard line. And stopped quickly there by this defense. And that'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Bobcats.
Curious play call there, but that kind of play call tells you that they are going to leave the offense on the field. And right now it looks like they are lining up for the next play, but I don't like the run there on 3rd and long when you've got to take up that much yardage.
Seth Warren and Luke Butch stayed, and they weren't fooled. They held that edge really well.
And it's a weird formation they run, Dave, out of that with 2 running backs directly beside the quarterback. You're lucky nothing goes awry with the snap or it gets bobbled or gets knocked out of a hand. And really kind of a play that went nowhere. Georgetown stopping it for a 4th and 9 now. Fake the handoff. Coleman passes, and it's bobbled. It almost picked off. Jaheim Dowd upset with himself. It went off his hands, his helmet, his hands, and it drops incomplete. But that's a big turnover on downs. Georgetown will take over 1st and 10 for their first possession of the second half.
That drop's actually not a bad thing because now they're going to get the ball from previous line of scrimmage, but he sure wanted that pick, and he was going to turn up the field and start looking for open field to try to get to that end zone.
Special shout out to some family listening in. 3 of my grandbabies, Addison, Ray, and Adrian, listening there in Round Rock, Texas. And in the booth, got one of my grandbabies tonight, and Miss Harper Lee joining us in the booth.
Little doll.
1st and 10. McDougal takes a snap, pitches it to Terosian or Westfall in the end around. Back up to the midfield and run out of bounds. Nice play there. It's a gain of about 6, maybe 7. They're going to mark him out. Ought to be at the 48 of the Bobcats. So a gain of 8 yards brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run by Westfall there. If he had looked back to his right a little bit, and if he could have made a cut back, he may have been able to gain a little more yardage, but that's a good gain on 1st down.
It'll bring up 2nd and 2 from the Bobcat 48-yard line. McDougal in the shotgun formation. 1 receiver left, trips receiver right. And now another timeout by the Bobcats. 7:56 left here in the third quarter, and they've called their 2nd timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. Georgetown football continues in just a moment.
Our first down sponsor this season is Borrow from Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. Our team is dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. We do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including our handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from an experienced loan officer. Our loan officers understand the local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148.
Back out of the timeout. Man in motion is Mylock. Comes to the right into the line. Snap back. Handed off to Jet Walker, left side. Gets outside the number. Gets a block from Sedgwick up the sideline. 40-35, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. And he's all the way up to the 31-yard line. A big run up for Jet Walker. And another Borrow for Morrow first down.
I think that run puts Jet over 2 bills now on rushing. He's had a touchdown receiving. Just a record book night for Jet Walker tonight. You really see the talent of this young man.
Quickly back to the line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Walker to the left of McDougal. Shotgun from the near side hash mark. Snap back to McDougal. Looks left. Throw it out. Left flat. Catch by Westfall. Tries to make a move. It steps out of bounds. Nope. They're going to say they blow the whistle. He wasn't down yet. But they keep the clock running at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
May have some after-game plans there by this referee staff. Get that clock running. Let's get out of here. But nice play call there. But Chaparral Bobcats did a good job of limiting what Georgetown was able to do on that play.
Now an empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 right. McDougal by himself. Near side hash mark. Clap of the hands. Ball back. Quick screen out to the left. Caught by Sedgwick. Block missed there, and he's taken down after a gain of about 2 up to the 27-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd and about 6 now for the Eagles.
Bobcat defender able to shed Shearer's block out there on the edge and come up and make a tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, it's probably a first down. But good defensive play there to try to limit Georgetown's yardage. 3rd and medium now for the Eagles.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Walker offset to the left of McDougal. Near side hash mark, 3rd and 6. Clap of the hands. Now they'll check back up, look to the near sideline for a play call as McDougal calls it out. 7 seconds remaining on the down clock. Snap back to McDougal. He looks left. He's going to hang one up. He's got Sedgwick wide open. Touchdown, Georgetown. Caleb McDougal to Davin Sedgwick. A no-doubter as Sedgwick cruises into the end zone for the Georgetown touchdown.
Beautiful pass, beautiful play design. Nice, just use that speed, get open, and McDougal did a phenomenal job on that pass, just putting enough air under it so the receiver can run under it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Georgetown will line up for the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point attempt by the homecoming king, Christopher Mashburn. McDougal to hold. Alex Wilson to snap. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 6:27 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and Georgetown extends its lead to 44-7 over the Chaparral Bobcats. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
Hey, Georgetown, there's a new place to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's on the beautiful square in downtown. It's Goldberger Diner. When you walk into this 50s-style diner, you're greeted with a smile, greeted like your family. Sit at the counter, a table, or a booth and get ready for an old-fashioned dining experience like no other in Georgetown. Enjoy tasty breakfast or come later for a burger, chicken fried steak, or even the Southern classic liver and onions. There's so much to choose from. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown.
We welcome you back to the GISD Athletic Complex. Birkelbach Field, your Georgetown Eagles leading 44-7 with 6:27 left here. Homecoming night here at Georgetown. Good crowd showed up for the homecoming festivities.
Syntec shirt and embroidery kickoff by Mashburn. Fielded at the 15 off a helmet, and the Eagles recover it inside the 30. On the recovery, number 24 for your Georgetown Eagles. Caden Hogue, the linebacker, gets the ricochet off the helmet of the Bobcat. And Georgetown back in business in Bobcat territory, 1st and 10. And let's see where they spot it. Looks like it'll be at the 26-yard line.
little misjudging there of what that ball was doing while it was in the air, and he just bounced right off of the intended kick catcher, and now Georgetown's back in business deep in Bobcat territory.
Nice play by Caden Hogue to get down and fall on that one to keep possession for Georgetown. It's 1st and 10 for your Eagles with 6:21 remaining. Here in the third quarter, they already lead by 37.
Loose coverage on Cedric right here.
2 receivers left, none right. 2 running backs on either side of McDougal in the backfield. Far side hash mark. Now one empties out, handed off. Right side, Callaghan up to the 25-yard line, a gain of 1. We'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Georgetown Eagles.
Going to start seeing some backups here now. I don't know if Jet Walker's done for the day or not, but if he's not, it looks like already in his stat line that he has played an entire game, maybe part of a second game.
Now Xavier Warren and Davin Sadwick will switch sides of the field. Devin Sadwick goes to the right side, short side of the field. Warren comes near side to the wide side, but stays tight to the line. The tight end, Jake Mylock, just inside Warren. Callaghan in the backfield, direct behind McDougal as Mylock goes to the right end of the line. Turn, pitch it to Callaghan, a high pitch. He does a good job to get control of it inside the 20, 15, and runs into a gang of tacklers and runs over them. Down to about the 12 inside the Graham & Sons red zone, and another borrow for Morrow. First down.
Nice play there by the Eagles. I was impressed with the corner out there, though. He was able to fight off the block and keep the ball carry out of the end zone over there, and it was a struggle. Good defensive play out there to keep that from winding up a touchdown for the Eagles.
And a great job by Callaghan to hone in on that pitch that sailed a little bit on McDougal, and Callaghan brought it in. Now Sedgwick waving at McDougal, thinks he's got a good man-on-man on the outside. Take it back, fake the handoff. McDougal swings it out the flat. Jake Mylock, 5, touchdown! Jake Mylock, the senior tight end, takes it to the house.
Nice play call, nice play design. Beautiful reception and a touchdown for the big tight end.
Jake Mylock on the little swing pass from McDougal, and a great job by Davin Sedgwick to clear out the defense on the far side. He took the quarterback with him, and Mylock hauls it in. He comes over to the sideline, super excited. You got to be happy for the senior tight end, Jake Mylock. And now Christopher King, Mashburn, on to attempt the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:48 left here in the third quarter. Georgetown leads it 51-7 over the Chaparral Bobcats. Quick timeout. Georgetown Eagle football, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting, returns in just a moment.
The Golden Rule is a proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle football. Located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, the Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. The menu includes Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, sweet chipotle chicken lollipops, golden classics like the elk double smash burger, and so much more. Need a room for a group? The Golden Corral can accommodate up to 60 people in a private room. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back here live, JCT Memorial Broadcast booth as Mashburn to kick off the Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff. Far side, little pooch kick, going to be caught on the run about the 24 and then popped about the 32-yard line and dropped there. A nice little return for about 10 yards before taking a shot from Carson Mowdy. What a shot there by the senior wide receiver on kickoff coverage. He laid a hit on the return man. Carson comes off pumped up. Boy, he laid a hit on the return man, and he got a good run on the kick return. He fielded it on the fly, but got stopped immediately there. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the 31-yard line. 4:40 left here, third quarter, 51-7. Your Eagles lead it by 44. Back in at quarterback is the starter, number 0. He'll pitch it to the left side. Sweep left, and the run up the far sideline. Nice run there by number 20, another running back in for the Bobcats. Number 20 is going to be Navion Shaw. A nice carry for a Bobcat first down up to the 42-yard line. As the starting quarterback, Kylan Moses, back in for the Bobcats. First and 10, the 42, far side hash mark, tight formation. Shaw stays in the backfield to the left of Moses in the shotgun. Snap back to Moses, hand it to Shaw, straight ahead. He's hit. He goes forward for about 2 yards up to the 44-yard line. Seth Warren on the far side along with number 36 for your Georgetown Eagles, Jesse Espinoza. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Kelly, any other scores in the area?
Yeah, there were. I was going to say I was kind of surprised there wasn't a flag on that play because the edge rusher kind of jumped early. Lake Belton Broncos are ahead of Eastview Patriots 17-7 in the third quarter, and Leander Glen Grizzlies are losing to the Leander Lions 31-13, also in the third.
Snap back to Moses. He'll hand it to Davion Arthur to the left side. He'll cut back up past the 45 to about the 47-yard line. A tackle there on the far side by Chance Kelly. Included on the tackle will be number 31, Garrett Tickner. And that little gain there by Arthur will bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Bobcats.
And kind of talking to Kelly's point, there's been a delay in the cadence between the clap and the snap between quarterback and center, and we haven't jumped off sides yet, so that's great film preparation and great attentiveness by this defensive line.
Moses signals to his receivers. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Clap of the hand, snap back. He's going to look to throw. Dumps it out in the left flat, but overshoots the running back Shaw. It's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 5 now for the Bobcats. 2:58 remaining here in the third quarter.
Moses just has not been able to get into a rhythm whenever he's in there at quarterback, and he's really struggled tonight. I think some of that early pressure earlier in the game has given him kind of happy feet and caused him to not be very accurate since then in this game.
3 receivers to the right side for the Bobcats. 1 receiver wide left. Shaw, the running back in the backfield to the right side of Moses. Far side hash mark. Now Arthur in motion to the left side. A clap of the hand, snap back. Moses pressured immediately, has to dump it off and does to Arthur in the backfield, and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. The play by Chance Kelly, and another turnover on downs as Arthur hobbles off for the Bobcats.
Defense picks up.
Call.
Go ahead, Dave.
I love the blitz call. Bring it all.
Yeah, and the defense just picked up in the second half where they left off in the first half. We're probably very soon going to start seeing these guys getting rotated out.
Great play there by Chance Kelly to make the tackle on Davion Arthur. Stop him short of the first down. And the Eagles will take over in Bobcat territory. 1st and 10 at their 47-yard line. And out comes the Georgetown offense. McDougal will be joined in the backfield by Luke Livingston. 2 receivers wide left, Muniz, and I believe it's Carson Mouty here on the near side. The tight end is Herman on the right side. Far side hash mark, snack back to McDougal, hand it to Livingston right side, cuts back and hit the backfield and dropped. Nice play there by number 21, Sam Vogelmuth.
Tackled by Sam Vogelmuth.
And so the Eagles will be backed up a yard for 2nd and 11 now. Muniz will move to the far side. Here on the near side, Carson Mouty, the wide receiver. Terosian, the slot receiver left. Livingston offset to the left of McDougal. Far side hash mark on 2nd and 11. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Snap back to McDougal. Handed off. Livingston gets outside the numbers with a block. Up past the 45 to the 40. He's knocked out of bounds there on a big hit by number 5, Justice Tuamavave. Knocks Livingston out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now for Georgetown.
Clock starts running again. About 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, and Georgetown taking plenty of time running this clock off. The Chaparral band decided they're going to head out.
I think competition day is tomorrow for a lot of these bands. And so I'm sure they're headed home to get ready for another early day tomorrow. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to McDougal. Quick pass out to the right flat. Catch made into Bobcat turn. Break and a tackle. They're going to call him out of bounds. What a play there. And another penalty flag by the Bobcats. A catch by Regan Terosian. He spun out of the hit, but they're going to mark him as stepping out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
They may be calling late hits, but that side judge was really, really late on blowing that whistle, and you can't blame the Bobcats for playing until they hear that whistle.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say the same thing. He kept running down the field, and as a defender, your first instinct is he's still up. Let me go tackle him. I would be shocked if they don't pick this penalty up.
That would be the right thing to do on this play because, like I said, that side judge took forever to blow the whistle.
And we'll go to the referee.
Face mask on the defense.
Personal foul, face mask against the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Okay, well, that's always illegal.
We'll clip that one.
That'll be first and 10 for the Eagles inside the Graham & Sons red zone. A borrow from Morrow first down to the 17-yard line of the Bobcats. The clock will continue to run inside a minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Livingston in the backfield with the quarterback, Caleb McDougal. Max Gates, the tight end to the right end of the line. Two receivers right. Carson Mowdy, the lone receiver left. Livingston to the left of McDougal. Now a man in motion. Snap back to McDougal. Fakes or hands it off to Livingston. Gets outside the numbers down the sideline. 10-5 touchdown. Luke Livingston shows the track speed there and takes it to the house for the touchdown.
Nice block downfield. You see who that was. Grayson Cooper out there on the edge, and he just drove the corner into the end zone. The corner couldn't even come out and try to make a play. Great job out there to open that up for the touchdown.
So another touchdown for your Georgetown Eagles with 1 minute left in the third quarter. They lead it by 50, 57-7. They showed Carson Mowdy. It was Luke Livingston. Christopher Mashburn gets ready to attempt the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 1 minute left here in the third quarter, and Georgetown leads it by 51, 58-7 over the Chaparral Bobcats. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Jason Chance Tompkins Memorial Broadcast Booth is brought to you by JMTs. JMTs provides custom apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMTs to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMTs has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit our website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Back here live at the JCT Memorial Broadcast Booth, brought to you by JMTs. 1 minute left, third quarter. Georgetown gets ready to kick it away. The Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff will be brought to you by Christopher Mashburn. Whether you need one shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Call 512-818-1012 or stop by 1911 North Austin Avenue in Georgetown. SyntexShirt.com.
Wally, Cedar Park, and Rouse are in the fourth quarter. Cedar Park leads that game 28-10, so another important district game there.
Mashburn to kick it away. And this one, near side flopper, touched and out of bounds. Off of number 14 for the Chaparral Bobcats, Samuel Morgan. So the Bobcats will take over, first and 10 at their own 32-yard line. And now you start to see the subs on the defensive side of the ball.
Lots of clean uniforms out there.
On the front line, you see Jesse Espinoza, Jace Hester, A.J. Stevenson, and I believe it's Eli Duncan on the far side of the defensive line for the Eagles. For the Bobcats at quarterback, Moses back in, the starter. Two receivers right, two left. Running back offset to the left in the backfield. He'll hand it off. And a nice play at the defensive line. Shaw breaks it, that was number 23 for the Bobcats. I apologize. Shaw was number 20. Number 23, Keith Tyler, breaks a tackle and instead of losing a yard, falls forward for a gain of 1.
So now's the time when I have to pull out my readers so I can get all these names and numbers.
Eli Duncan credited for part of that tackle there for the Georgetown defense. Second and 9 for the Bobcats. Three receivers left, one right. Snap back to Moses. Hands it off right side. Tyler bunched up. Nice play there made by Jace Hester. He held on and didn't let go until he got some help. A gain of about 2 yards up to the 35, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Bobcats.
So some of these guys that haven't gotten a whole lot of playing time, but Coach has said several times in some of these blowout games, these snaps for these kids that are backups are valuable for the next man up.
That'll take us to the end of the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout with your Eagles leading at 58-7 over the Bobcats from Khalid Chaparral. Quick timeout. Eagle football returns in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear, great drinks, and friendship. Enjoy our light menu, a beverage, and shop our great selection of men's and women's clothing and gear. Also, check out our website for MCO Grocery Company and have fresh groceries delivered directly to your doorstep. Visit the Mesquite Creek site at www.
Back live here at Georgetown High School. We're in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. Brought to you by JMT's. JMT's provides customized apparel and promotional items to small business, schools, and nonprofits. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit www.jmts.com. Omar and Susie Tompkins, proud sponsors of Georgetown football here on the First Responder broadcast. And now we go to quarter number 4. Georgetown leading it by 51. 58-7 over the Bobcats. The Bobcats have it 3rd and 7 from their own 35-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Tyler offset to the left of Moses. He'll get the snap. But before we get underway, there is a flag or a whistle.
Nicholas McLean decided he wanted to get down the field a little quicker, so.
So a false start on the Bobcats. That'll back them up 5, bring up 3rd and 12 now. And here comes the 3rd down noise. The bleachers will start to shake. Same formation for the Bobcats. 3rd and 12. Snap back to Moses. He rolls left. Look at the pass. He'll throw it out in the flat. And it is incomplete. Just in front of the 40-yard line. Nice defense there by number 24. That's Mr. Hogue again. Caden Hogue.
Number 85.
Pass attempt went to number 85, but it was wide of him, incomplete. Now brings up 4th and 12.
Is this going to be the first time they've punted tonight?
I think the second time for the Bobcats.
Officially, this will be their 3rd punt of the game.
Back to punt goes number 5, Justice Tuamavave. Stands at about his 13-yard line, gets the snap. The punt is away. Lands at the Georgetown 43 and takes the Bobcat roll down to the 40-yard line. It'll be down there with 11:41 left in the 4th quarter. Georgetown leading it 58-7. We'll look to the Georgetown offense here and look for the substitutions.
Georgetown takes over 1st and 10.
Coming in at quarterback, I believe it's number 9, J.D. Lindstetter for the Eagles.
So unfortunately, it will look like Jet Walker's night is over.
Unfortunately for us.
Unfortunately for us, yeah. It was great to see him put up video game numbers tonight.
In the backfield with the quarterback, J.D. Lindstetter, will be 2 running backs. One of them is Regan Terosian on the far side. Luke Livingston on the near side. Terosian will empty out. Snap back to Lindstetter. Swing it out. Terosian to the right side. Breaks the tackle. Stays on his feet. And then runs over a defender. Number 14. It's run over by Terosian. Nice play there by Regan Terosian. He's marked down at the 45. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles.
Carson Mowdy kind of whiffed on his block out there, but Terosian did a good job of avoiding that tackle and making a little bit of something out of nothing.
Eagles will call out the play and bring all their receivers to the right side. Carson Mowdy, Regan Terosian, and Max Muniz, the receivers to the right side. Livingston in the backfield to the right of Lindstetter, near side hash mark. On 2nd and 5, snap back to Lindstetter. Handed off, Livingston cuts it back up to about the 48-yard line. A gain of 3 will bring up a short 3rd and 2 now for the Eagles.
Looks like Livingston's going to get some totes here in the second half now, or fourth quarter now that Jet is probably done for the night. So nice to see some of these guys get some more plays.
Holden, do you have any final numbers for Walker at this point?
Yeah, he's got 16 carries, 208, and 3 touchdowns just on the ground alone.
3 receivers right. Livingston in the backfield behind Lindstetter. On 3rd and 2. Snap back to J.D. Turn, hand it to Livingston. Right up the middle. Nice bolt of speed there, and he gets up past midfield to the 49 of the Bobcats for a borrow for Morrow first down.
Nice little run there. Good patient run, waiting for the big guys to move people out of his way. And he's smaller stature than Jet is, so he can kind of get lost behind those linemen, and it's hard for the defenders to see exactly where he's at, which gives him a couple of extra steps to get full speed.
For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. Visit borrowfrommorrow.com. Proud sponsor of Georgetown football and first responder broadcasting. 1st and 10. Terosian in motion. Snap back to Lindstetter. Headed to Livingston. He'll come near side. There's a face mask penalty coming in from the near side as Luke Livingston was taken down for about a gain of 1 to the 48. So going to be 2nd and 9, but with the face mask, going to give the Eagles another 15 yards and a borrow for Morrow first down. Holden, penalties and yardage there on the Bobcats tonight?
That is the 9th penalty on the Bobcats for 101 yards. Georgetown has 8 penalties for 84 on their own side. So the 18 total, not been a clean game by both sides here.
Livingston comes out kind of walking gingerly. As he comes out to the near side, Elijah Callaghan in at running back for the Eagles. 2 receivers split left, 2 receivers right for the Eagles. Here on 1st and 10 from the 34 of the Bobcats. Snap back to Lindstetter. Slings it out to the right flat. Catch made there by number 16, Braylon Westfall. And he'll be run out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6. Bring up 2nd and 4 now.
And Lindstetter put that on a rope. Yeah, I mean, that was an absolute mustard ball.
I don't know what's a mustard ball. 2 receivers left. Lindstetter looking to throw again. He's going to hang one up to the end zone, and he overshoots Max Muniz.
That was a mayonnaise ball. I don't like mayonnaise.
Hold it. Is there? I'm just curious. What is a mustard ball?
So whenever a quarterback puts a little heat on it, you say they put mustard, and so that was an absolute nuke. Hence mustard ball.
I've heard rocket before,
Hence.
but hence.
It'd be interesting to see what the relish ball looks like.
3rd and 4 for the Eagles from the 27. Lindstetter sends a man in motion. It's Westfall. Snap back. Lindstetter will head it off to Callaghan. Right side. He's hit and dropped right about the 26-yard line. A gain of 1. And that'll bring up 4th and about 3 for your Georgetown Eagles. 8 minutes, 55 seconds remaining here in the ballgame as the clock continues to run.
Just for fun, they ought to put Luke Butch in the backfield and hand it to him for the short yardage 4th down. That'd be fun.
4th and 3, the Eagles have it. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Lindstetter gets a snap back, swings it out in the flat, but off the hands of Braylon Westfall, incomplete. The Eagles will turn it over on downs. Nice pass there, but Westfall couldn't haul it in. So with 8:31 left in the ball game, the Bobcats will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
See, I would have taken that opportunity to line up our field goal unit just to give him a rep for about 40 yards out or so and just give him that experience because you never know when you might need that later in the season. Obviously, that was an accurate pass. Probably should have been a first down, but hindsight's 20/20.
And it's a little bit different style of passing. Sorry to interrupt. A little bit different passing because you're right. He does throw some. But all season I've been JD warm up on the sideline, and he's throwing some solid passes.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Moses in the backfield has the running back offset to his right. Moses gets the snap back. He'll hand it off to the right side. Hit and dropped for a loss back behind about midway to the 25-yard line. Loss of about half a yard brings up a 2nd and a long 10 for the Bobcats. Shaw back in the backfield as the running back for the Bobcats.
Shaw on the carry.
8:15 as the clock continues to run. 1 receiver left, 1 right for the Bobcats. Moses steps forward and calls out the play. Shaw offset to his left, middle of the field. 2nd and 10 from the 26-yard line. Now a slot receiver right, moved out from the tight end spot. Snap back. Moses fumbles it. Couldn't handle the snap, and Georgetown came away with it. Let's see who has it for the Eagles. Number 36, Jesse Espinoza recovers the fumble by the quarterback. Moses, the senior Kylan Moses, couldn't handle the snap, and the turnover gives it right back over to the Eagles.
He turned his head to the right just a little too early. He was fixing to hand it off to his running back, and Georgetown took advantage.
Well, the Eagles will take back over with 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line to the Bobcats.
One of the comments in the chat, spot on. Not sure who Dude 949 is, but listening in from Boise, Idaho, hit the nail on the head. This is the perfect fix-it game that Georgetown needed after that loss last week. He called it a get-right game, so spot on there.
And student body still staying engaged down there on the sideline, making noise. 1st and 10, snap back to Lindstetter. Hands it off, Livingston left side, and he'll be dropped for a loss of about 3, back to the 26-yard line. They're loading up the box now for the Bobcats, expecting the run on every down, and a good pursuit there to stop Livingston. Bring up 2nd and 13 now for Georgetown.
Still playing hard, Bobcats are, and that's what you really like to see. Nice little shot a little bit earlier from Jory, seeing the roller coaster from the student section. But
2nd and 13 for the Eagles. Lindstetter still at quarterback with 2 receivers right, none left. Callaghan in the backfield behind Lindstetter. Turn, hand it to Callaghan. Left side up the middle. And he'll be dropped inside the 25 down to the 24. He'll get 2 yards back and bring up 3rd and 11 now for the Eagles.
Nice job of the Bobcat defense there, stopping this offense, trying to keep from any more points going up on the board. And again, they're still playing hard, and that's what you really like to see from these kids. Even though they're down by 51 points, still playing hard.
Man-to-man defense on the outside, expecting the run as they load the box here. 2 receivers left, 2 right, far side hash mark. Lindstetter in the shotgun with 6:35 remaining. Snap back, Lindstetter looking to pass. He's got a man, throws it down the seam on the far side, and it's incomplete. Dropped on the far side there by number 27, Evan Palmer. And that incompletion to bring up 4th and 11 for the Eagles.
You already know my thoughts. This is another perfect opportunity. Get the field goal unit out there just to give him a test run, really, at this point, to see how much power do I need, how does it feel right on this end of the field, and you never know when those reps could come in handy later down the line.
Yeah, you get in a game against a Rouse, a Cedar Park, a Glen, where you're needing a field goal to tie things up or to take a 1 or 2 point lead. Exact point there. Lindstetter drops back. He's going to throw it up, corner of the end zone. He overthrows. I think the communication there is Muniz was running a different route than the ball went there. It looked like he was cutting towards a post, and that one looked more of a straight up the seam, Kelly, and so that's an incompletion. It brings up another turnover on downs.
Yeah, where that ball was thrown, you couldn't tell if he was intending it for Muniz or Palmer because he kind of split the 2 of them there, so some confusion. Turnover on downs, and the Bobcats get the ball, trying to get something going that they can build on for the rest of the season.
That's one thing you want, where you wonder if this is like when you talk to Coach about things like this, of you're wanting to see better things out of your second team and making things happen and not stalling out. Snap back, handed off for the Bobcats right up the middle, up to about the 25, and Pyle moves forward to the 27. They'll mark down the ball carrier, a gain of about 3. Bring up 2nd and 7 now for the Bobcats.
I'm guessing for Georgetown on offense on that last series, they're trying to get some snaps too in some setups like that for the quarterback that hasn't played a lot this season. So maybe that's the mindset there. But
the quarterback, Moses, on the field. Off to his left is Tyler in the backfield. Snap back to Moses, hand it to Tyler. Left side, breaks an arm tackle, and then is hit and dropped. Good job on the tackle there by number 43, Tucker Hudsmith, the senior defensive lineman. Drops Tyler down to the 29-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats.
We do want to remind folks, since the halftime festivities took place the homecoming festivities took place at the half, we will show the marching band after the game is done, they will march their regular show after the game. So if you're interested in watching that, stick around after the broadcast.
Bobcats have it, 3rd and 5. Snap back to Moses. He drops back to pass. Steps up, and he's going to run for it. And he'll be hit from behind and tackled down about the 35-yard line. And that'll be enough for a Bobcat first down. Nice little scramble there by Kylan Moses. Another first down. Clock continues to run, under 4:45 remaining in the ball game.
He has struggled in the passing game tonight, but he is an athlete. You saw his speed there and the ability to leave the pocket and make something happen there. So really good athlete back there. Just has struggled a little bit, and I think part of that's because of the pressure Georgetown's been able to get on them tonight.
Moses now with 2 running backs in the backfield, one to his right, one to his left. Snap back. Hands to the right. No, keeps it. He scrambles out, and he'll throw it out in the flat, incomplete.
Well,
there's the flag.
Okay.
It's going to be intentional grounding as no one was out in that area.
It looked like a couple of defenders jumped early again. No flags, but now we got the flag on the grounding.
So it'll be a spot foul on the intentional grounding and a loss of down. 4:12 left here in the ball game. Back to the 25-yard line it goes, and that'll back them up an extra 10 yards, and now it's 2nd and 20 for the Bobcats. Two receivers right, one left. In the backfield, Shaw will be to the right of Moses. Number 23, Tyler, to his left side. Moses gets the snap, hands it to Tyler, left side. Tries to get outside and cannot because of a great tackle by Caden Hogue. That'll be a loss of 2, back to the 23. Caden Hogue making some plays here for the Eagles. Another big tackle for a loss there. Brings up 3rd and 22 now for the Bobcats.
Caden, son of Blair Hogue, one of our fine sponsors for this broadcast, did a great job of reading that, fighting off a block, getting back there and making a tackle.
And an open field tackle on a big running back. Great job there by Caden Hogue. And now 3rd and 22 for the Bobcats. Moses with a running back to each side. Snap back. He's going to look to pass. Looking long, going to throw it out to the right. Sells one. Catch made about the 31. The tackle is made up to about the 35-yard line. Good job on the defense there by number 17, Reagan Riney. So now brings up a 4th and 10 for the Bobcats.
That was about 40 yards of catch and run with him throwing it out towards that sideline, but only gained 7 or 8 yards there. So it's back to the original line of scrimmage now and 4th down.
Good job by Reagan Riney on the tackle to keep him from any more yards. And now Tyler, the lone running back in the backfield to the left of Moses. 2 receivers left, 2 right. A passing down here, you would think, for the Bobcats on 4th and 10. Snap back. Pressure being applied. Moses is going to scramble. He's trying to direct traffic. He's going to heave one up, but he throws it long and out of bounds. And he takes a shot there as he lets it go. Nice play by Jack Gibson, the senior linebacker. And it's a turnover on downs. A great job by the Eagle defense here. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in just a minute.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Tyler Glandorf now in a quarterback for the Eagles. Here on 1st and 10 from the 35 of the Bobcats. 2 receivers right, none left. Glandorf swing pass out in the left flat. Catch made by Max Muniz back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. Knocked out of bounds right at the 35. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 2:12 left here in the 4th quarter.
Those kind of passes are basically just an extension of the run game. Just trying to make something happen out on the edges right there. And the Bobcat defenders did a good job of shutting that down before he could turn the corner and make a good gain.
Glandorf to Mowdy in the flat. Gets around one block and drops for about a 1 yard loss there on the wide receiver screen. So a loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 11 now for the Eagles. Glandorf will come out, and in at quarterback comes number 4, Joe Strittmatter, the senior. On 3rd and 11 from the 36 of the Bobcats.
Wally, the question got to ask if the Leander loss really matters. It does matter, but right now at this point in the season, I don't think anybody gets through this district undefeated.
Snap back to Strittmatter. He's looking to pass. He's going to hang one up down the far sideline. Max Muniz wide open. Tips it to himself. Catch. Touchdown, Georgetown. Strittmatter to Muniz for the touchdown.
Nice pass. Little bobble there. It probably looked like it took that ball forever to get to him because it was floated out there, but good job of hanging on to it and touchdown for the Eagles.
Nice job by Strittmatter as he hung that one up there. Muniz ran under it and almost dropped it, but takes it in and runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. 64-7, Georgetown leads it. The G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point by the homecoming king, Christopher Mashburn. McDougal to hold, Wilson to snap. Snap is back, the hold is down, the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. Georgetown leads it 65-7 with 1:19 remaining. Quick timeout. Eagle football returns in a moment.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Brightside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
Back down to the timeout. Georgetown leads it 65-7 over the Chaparral Bobcats after the touchdown from Joe Strittmatter to Max Muniz. Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff coming your way. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Call 512-818-1012 or stop by 1911 North Austin Avenue in Georgetown. SyntexShirt.com. We're inside the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMTs. JMTs.com. Proud sponsors of First Responder Broadcasting. And Mashburn to kick it away. Low line driver skips it down the 15, filled it at the 11. Back towards the middle of the field, 15 to the 20, and drug down from behind. Nice play there by the Georgetown Eagles. Kick coverage and a great tackle by number 17, Reagan Riney. Great pursuit by Reagan Riney, and he hauls down the kick returner just past the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. Nope, past the 20-yard line at the 22.
Wally, I touched on it a little bit earlier, but that one loss last week to Leander, when we start getting towards the end of the season, if Georgetown can't continue to win, again, I don't think anybody comes out of this district undefeated, so that's going to help with the tiebreakers as we go forward.
2 receivers left, 1 right. 2 running backs in the backfield, split on both sides of Moses, handed off to the right side. The running back goes wide right, pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Looked like the carry was by number 7, Justin Brown.
On the carry.
That'll be a gain of 3 and bring up 2nd and 7. The Golden Rule, proud sponsors of First Responder Broadcasting. Food, drinks, atmosphere like none other. Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard. Located at 606 South Church Street. Go enjoy the Golden Rule. 1 minute remaining in the ballgame. Snap back. Moses will hand it off. Running back comes near side and gets nowhere. He's stacked up. There's the 9.590 by the Eagle defense. No gain. Brings up 3rd and 7 now for the Bobcats.
We've talked, I guess you could say ad nauseum about it, but this defense has just done such a great job tonight, and still some stuff to work on, especially with the penalties. But the defense has been just magnificent tonight.
Another sponsor of Georgetown Eagle football and First Responder Broadcasting, Goldberger Diner. Great food, drinks, and service in a 50s-style diner on the square in Georgetown, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 109 West 7th. Go visit them, Texas Goldberger Diner. proud sponsors of Georgetown Eagle football. Snap back, Moses will hand it off, hit immediately to backfield. Shaw spins out of it, but then jumped by the defense and taken down. A gain of 1 brings up 4th and 6 now for the Bobcats. 15 seconds remaining, and I think that's going to be the end of the ball game. Georgetown is going to win it. They'll improve to 4-1 on the season, but more importantly, Kelly, they move to 1-1 in district play. The Bobcats of Chaparral fall to 2-3 on the year and 0-2 in district play. A great performance by your Georgetown Eagles here on a Friday night when they had to come back from adversity in week 1 and a tough loss on the road at Leander. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up and get ready to bring you the band in their competition show live here at Birkelbach Field. Stay with us.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back here at Birkelbach Field, the Georgetown Eagles are victorious over the Bobcats of Killeen Chaparral, 65-7. A great performance on the ground again by Jet Walker, and through the air and through the passing and everything else that Jet Walker does for this Georgetown Eagle team. A great night on the ground, over 200 yards rushing, throws for a 2-point conversion, catches a touchdown pass. What can Jet not do? That might be the question for this Eagle football team.
What a tremendous job. Both sides of the football tonight. This is the game they needed to build on to get ready for the rest of the district schedule that's waiting on them. And again, Jet Walker just phenomenal running the football tonight.
And it's really the first complete game we've seen from them. They've always had dominant first halves, and then they've kind of teetered out in the second and got kind of lazy with it. This time, 7 points in the second quarter, nothing in the second half, a shutout there, and they continued adding on offense. It was a complete game for the first time this season, and an exciting thing to build towards for the rest of the year.
Georgetown lines up as they fell victim to Leander on their homecoming. Georgetown returns the favor in kind and puts a 65-7 beatdown on the Chaparral Bobcats at homecoming here in Georgetown, Texas. What a night for your Georgetown Eagles. Caleb McDougall, some good passes, some other. You've seen the smoothness in the first 3 games. The competition level has increased. And you see where the Eagles are having to make some adjustments, some things to come out and figure for the Eagles. And McDougall making some big passes tonight. Big touchdown pass to Xavier Warren. He hits Sedgwick on a touchdown pass. And so just an opportunity for this Eagle team to continue to do good things as they fight to get back on the win column for the district standings at 1-1 now. Next week, the game will be on Thursday night, as the Eagles will be on the road at Gupton Stadium to take on the Rouse Raiders. That game will be on Thursday night, 7 p.m., 6:15 pregame. Kelly Duvall will have the call of that ball game with Holden Tuma and Doppler Dave England. I will be out of town, so join in with Dave and Kelly and Holden as they will bring you Georgetown football next Thursday night at at Gupton Stadium against the Rouse Raiders. And next Wednesday night, the Coaches Show, brought to you by Camp Brightside, will be here at Georgetown High School on the track while the JV plays here locally. And so the team starting to take off to the locker room as the excitement is they did their job. Coach talked about it in the locker room this morning at the breakfast and said, your job, win the football game. And convincingly, the Georgetown Eagles won the football game.
Okay.
65-7, Georgetown wins it behind a great performance by Jet Walker. Holding some stats on Jet Walker.
Yeah, the final numbers, he's had an amazing season so far. Another excellent game, 16 carries, 208 yards on the ground, and 3 touchdowns. in the air, 1 catch, 38 yards, a touchdown on that wheel route. We saw that a lot with Andrew Petter. It's interesting that they brought it back because his skill set is so similar to Andrew Petter. And then they obviously the 2-point conversion pass.
Let's go to Coach.
We'll walk and talk with Coach here since we got to get off for the band. But, Coach, 3 of 12 on your defense and 5 sacks. You got to be excited about your defense.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. They did a tremendous job all night, man. Anytime you hold a team that's that athletic points, that's a big deal.
And the offense put up NCAA numbers tonight. So.
Yeah, it was good to see our guys catching balls and going to score and do those kind of things. So it was great. Good night.
Great job, Coach.
The Eagles win it 65-7 over the clean Chaparral Bobcats to go to 1-1 in district play, 4-1 overall. Kelly, your final thoughts on the ballgame?
Really excited for them to bounce back like this after that loss to Leander. And we saw, like Holden said just a little bit earlier, a complete ball game. I think Coach is really happy. But, again, there's still some points to build on, some things to get these guys focused in and ready for the game next week.
Holden, your thoughts on the final here with Georgetown's big win?
Yeah, again, like I said, a complete game. The penalties are still a recurring issue at this point. They had 8 penalties, 84 yards, and against a team that might have a little bit higher competition, maybe more seniors, maybe guys who execute a little better, then they don't have as many penalties themselves. That can come back to get you. So you'd like to see that starting to wane off as the season goes on, as guys get more comfortable. But overall, a great win, a great bounce-back win from that Leander game. They came out with a statement today.
Dave, your final thoughts on the big win for the Eagles?
You know, we had a feeling that they were going to get coached hard this week and kind of almost worried that felt bad for Chaparral. That what were they going to be handed when they got to Georgetown and in front of the big blue and the big crowd and homecoming, and Georgetown dominated tonight. But now you get the feeling that district really starts. Like we're really going to get into the meat and potatoes of this meat grinder for the rest of the season. And the program right now is 24-1-1.
24-1-1 at what?
The whole program for all JV freshmen, everybody. So I think they tied Tripping Springs and the one loss at Leander. But, you know, this program is doing really well. Hats off to the coaches and you know, these players. And, you know, the second team defense just was lights out, too. They were pumped to be in there and having great success against this Chaparral team.
Like we talked about at the beginning of the game, our thoughts, prayers, and everything that we can send their way goes out to the Pennington family. With one of our own, Jason Pennington, recovering in the hospital. A long recovery ahead for that young man, but our thoughts and prayers go out to him. If you feel like you are called to help, go to the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club Facebook page and see where you can help out financially or in a meal train or any other way to support the Pennington family right now in their endeavors as they battle through the recovery of their son, Jason Pennington. We're going to call it a night here up in the booth. We're going to bring you the Georgetown Band. We'll go live to the field mic, and the camera will bring you the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band here live on the SHN Sports Network.
Tex Mini Golf, Waterboy Graphics, Schlotsky's, the Eden family, Stephanie and Michael Blank, the Rogers family, Pierce Insurance, and Texel Credit Union. Thank you, sponsors. As the Eagle Band and Color Guard take the field, they would like to thank their booster board for their countless hours of hard work and tremendous support. The band is led onto the field by drum majors Nathan Aker, Zoe Kriske, and Ian McAllister. Your 2025 Color Guard captain is Hannah Cohn. Lieutenant is Shaylin Walsh. And Sergeant is Lily Eden. Brass caption head is Ian McAllister. Woodwind caption is Izzy Bester. Percussion caption head is Adeline Jensen. Please help us celebrate our members of the week. Please congratulate the Color Guard Officer's Choice, Izzy Alvarado. Brass member of the week, Jeremy Huertas. Woodwind member of the week, Izzy Leza. Battery member of the week, Emily Novasad. And front ensemble member of the week is August Villafondo. The Eagle Band section of the week is the trombones. And finally, our Eagle Band parents of the week are Mrs. Melanie Baker and our incredible hospitality crew. Thank you, Melanie and crew. The band would like to dedicate tonight's performance to our wonderful GHS faculty and admin. Thank you for all the support. The Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band and Color Guard will now perform their 2024 competition show, The Land of Sweet Dreams. The Eagle Band will be competing in the Midway Marching Preview tomorrow at 4:45 p.m. at Panther Stadium in Midway ISD. The Eagle Band will be competing at UIL Region 26 Marching Contest at the Field in Pflugerville and on October 22nd at 8:45 p.m. Come out and blast in blue and support the Eagle Band. The Land of Sweet Dreams is an homage to the classic board game Candyland. You will see and hear sweet sights and sounds that will invoke images and feelings of the game. The Land of Sweet Dreams features soloists Lily Rogers, Nathan Aker, Izzy Metzer, Callie Breder, and Ian McAllister and Max Kilmaid. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of the Eagle Marching Band and Color Guard.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Directors of the Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band